Why, hello, everyone! Welcome to Valiant Vanquished. It's Monday night here on Hyper RPG, and we're about to kill all of our characters. It's going to be a lot of fun!
Remember that thing I said, you know, the heartburn thing I said right before the cameras rolled? I feel like
I feel kind of nervous.
Yeah.
I don't feel nervous before a show usually. Yeah. Why do I feel nervous? Because you're going to die.
Oh, God.
Why you gotta be like
Look
that?
at that twinkle in his eye every time he
looks
says
so
it.
happy about
There's
it.
definitely...
He's not wearing the dorky orange shoes today, and he's like dressed all
you're
serious.
all black.
He's like dressed for
I came for... Well, yeah, I dressed for a funeral.
I'm scared. Oh,
This is how I dress for
You know
a
what?
funeral.
You know what this is? This is the only time, possibly in Hyper RPG history, that Zach has gotten more sleep this weekend than anybody else on the channel.
That's
because
no.
24-hour live stream.
She may have done a 24-hour live stream, but don't assume I got sleep. I'm going to ask Ryra really quick in the back if he wants to come in and type in the code for whatever page we're using now. There's two of them pulled up for Valiant. But while he's doing that to get the point system ready, which I think we got to get everybody reset to 2, we'll do that kindness to you. Give you all starting at 2. So,
we start maybe a little.
welcome everyone to Valiant Vanquished. This is our superhero RPG that has no superheroes in it.
No.
That's not true because
Armstrong and Gillette are in
It's
it.
you now, because you just brought them in last
Oh,
week.
that's true. We have them now. They just showed up.
We're saved.
Although there are similar arguments to be made about Armstrong and Gillette.
That's very true. Very true.
More so Armstrong, Gillette.
Yeah.
Eternal Warrior is my heart.
But yeah, right now though. So a couple. Hey! Thank you.
Nice to see you all there today. A little plotting across the board from #NewNet.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
#cross, #Livia, #Nebraska, #Rita, #MCs, #lead narrator, #glitch.
And that's why we turn them off during the show, because of all of those long hashtags. So that brings up an interesting point. Thank you for that donation. On this show, your tips go towards plot points for the characters. Plot points allow them to do crazy things, or save themselves, or do rerolls, which they will need tonight.
Or take a nap.
They are going to need their plot points tonight like you would not believe. They're outclassed, outgunned.
Okay.
There's also a war going on. Shit happens. Oh, nope, other way. Other way.
Somebody might
Other
be
way.
in prison.
It has to, it always does. Also, you unplugged me.
What is this trend of starting
What
off
did you guys
episodes
do
with
to
the
this
cast
thing?
terrified? Like DFA on Friday, everyone was terrified to go on, and then
God
today
damn it.
we're all like, shit, how are we going
It'd
to
be
do
a
this?
real
We
shame.
can do it. We can do it.
It'd be a shame if this show was ever all the way set up before we started it.
That's so
Then it
fun.
wouldn't be fun
That's
for
no
everybody
fun.
watching.
I like this chance where we
I
can
kind of like staying alive. I've died already.
Yeah, today we're just stalling. We sabotaged all this stuff so that you couldn't
Don't
kill
tell
us.
him.
Well, the stalling kind of works, I guess. But we have a couple other big announcements to make. One of which is there are only 2 hours left to get the Valiant Vanquished t-shirt.
Yeah.
I got mine today.
So there's
going,
only
feed
2
the
hours
arm.
left.
I may not have
So we have to make
forgotten
sure we
do that.
coordinate so we all wear it on the same night.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to anymore.
Yeah, I'll be ordering mine during the show.
Buy it right now.
Incognito.
You want to buy them right? You want to keep stalling to buy them right now? Just pull out your computer
Yeah, do
and
it. Pull it out. Everyone buy a shirt.
Everybody buy a shirt right now.
No
Now's
order
your
forms.
moment.
No, none of you actually need to be nervous except for Bronze Girl, considering I was her handmaiden last Tuesday. Which
Why do you say
I don't
that
know.
as you look
Eves
at me?
Eves is alone with Eternal Night, and so she should be nervous for
alone.
entirely different reasons.
she's not alone.
You do have a trollish.
There's
They do.
literally hundreds of trolls and little gray aliens surrounding her.
But
Okay, future
Tunes.
humans.
That doesn't make it any
Humans,
better.
thank you. Oh, look at that! Right, got it. Thank you,
Right,
Right,
the code guy.
Right, the code guy. Okay, so that's one of the announcements. The other announcement is that starting today, our Humble Bundle partnership started.
Yeah.
So we now have a link. If you reload your page, if you've been there all day, we have a link. You can reload, scroll down a little bit, and you see a little Humble Bundle badge right there. If you click on that, it takes you to Humble Bundle. You can not only support Hyper RPG by buying games, you can also support the Halo Foundation. So you can decide Halo Foundation being a charity group that we've worked with in the past, that's how we launched this channel. So we now have a way to keep giving back to the Halo Foundation, as well as helping out the studio and all that good stuff too. So it's really cool. It's really cool the way Humble Bundle has set this up. You could actually, not saying anyone should ever do this because it would be shitty, but if you wanted to, you could 100% buy a whole bunch of games and pay Hyper RPG for those games, which seems really weird because they've set it up to where you can select where you want the money to go.
Interesting.
And you can select between the current charities that they're working with right now, but they added Halo Foundation in for ours, and they've also added us into that. So it's a really neat thing.
And if you're not familiar with the Humble Bundle and you're a gamer, go check that shit out and you'll be going back every other week. Trust me. It's awesome.
Yep. It's
They have
pretty
comics
cool.
on there too.
They do. They
No, I
comics
want them to put us.
bundles.
They didn't give us a link for the comics page. I'm like, we got
They have tabletop games there too.
Gotta get that. Yeah, they have all kinds of good stuff. Humble
If you're a
is
geek, Humble
awesome.
Bundle has something for you, pretty much.
They
I'm
have
gonna ask them.
audiobooks, like they have everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them for that one. So hopefully we get the comic book one. That would be really cool.
Oh, really sweet.
And we could really push that shit. Those comic books are awesome.
We love comics.
It's not like we don't ever push tons and tons of comic books on people ever.
No.
We'd
way.
never start that.
We don't have
competition.
graphic content every Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. We don't have
Or
that.
a complete RPG based in the Valiant universe that we're doing right now. We've
It's
never
really
done that.
That we were supposed to have an affiliate link set up for. So
Hi,
we should
Emily.
do that. All right, so I'd also like to welcome all of our new viewers that might be tuning in. This is Hyper RPG, a hyperactive, interactive, community-driven channel. You are about to see one of the craziest role-playing games you will ever experience on Twitch, and that is because I'm an asshole. That's why.
Accurate.
Also, because
Verified.
there's a degree to which we're all pretty incompetent.
That
Okay,
is
because
also
I'm an
true.
asshole and they're incompetent.
Yes.
I don't like this.
Actually, you've been really nice to us a few
I've been
times.
stupid nice. People
Oh.
still message me and say stuff like, "Oh man, I wish Zach wasn't so mean to the players." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I have to say, there have been multiple times where I'm like, well, that was really nice of him. We probably would have just died if it wasn't for our
I think there was a
wonderful-
time 2 weeks ago where I actually said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!
Yeah,
you
there
probably
was.
don't want to let off the EMP when all of the people around you are like electronically based people that could
Yeah.
help you out of
I
this
tried
situation."
saying that too, but apparently they don't listen to,
Yeah. So if you're a new viewer and you want to throw us a follow, we would very much appreciate it. We do large role-playing game shows, 5 shows throughout the week. Only one night of the week we don't do a large RPG, and that's when we do drinking trivia. But the rest of the time, we do very large RPGs, including everything from Shadowrun to tomorrow with the Pathfinder show. That's a Pathfinder mixed with American Gladiators, as well as the season finale of Death from Above this Friday night.
Which is gonna be so stressful.
Season
oh my
fucking
God.
finale of Death from Above.
One was stressful enough.
All I have to say is King Crab. If you guys know what King
Crab,
Crabs
right?
are, I got killed with the AC-20 to the head.
Yes,
It has
you did.
2 of those. That means you can kill 2 betas
Yeah.
with 1 shot.
Yep, a king crab. It's our RPG show. Yep, Steph.
Steph
love
just
you,
came
Steph.
running in like, come on.
See, the difference between this show and the show that Steph's on, who just came in and yelled, is Death from Above on Friday nights features permadeath. AJ gets to be on this show because he got killed off the other show, and we stopped paying him to be on that show because he was dead. So it's a really fun show. You guys should check it out. But we are going to get into this show in just a second. But every 5 subscribers on this channel, we give away a Steam key. If we reach our goals throughout the night, if we raise $500 during this episode, we give an NPC away that gets to be in next week's episode. This week's winner is Soulless Dream. Some of our NPCs stick around for a long time, like Eternal Night, who's been through this entire volume.
Or
And
Galushi.
Galushi.
2 volumes.
Two
died
chat
and
room
resurrected.
names that
And
you'll
he's
recognize.
Our ultimate villain now.
He's the ultimate villain.
I don't believe that,
maybe
because
he's
I
just
know who the real
misunderstood.
ultimate villain is.
And DT the American's still out there somewhere.
That's the ultimate villain.
All right. I'm sorry, guys. I ate one dude's hand, and he's gonna come back. I ate another dude's head, and now he's already
Yeah,
back.
his head.
I'm sorry for creating
We need to do a better
supervillains.
job at eating heads.
I know.
Yeah, finish them all.
I'll try. I'll try to finish
Or
them off.
just
next-
don't eat people. Stop
I
eating
could-
people.
I
Don't be
could
such a
stop eating
square.
people.
Don't
Right.
be such a square.
So let's go ahead and
Look-
introduce
looks like
our
we're already
players.
role-playing.
We have immediately to my left, Arida, who is a water. Well, I was about to call you an water elemental.
Oh, yes, I am a water elemental. That's what I do.
Arida is a librarian who is a Psyot that happens to be able to control water.
Yep.
What's the
And-
comic name of that?
The what?
Comic name of water controlling.
I don't know. Tell me.
Hydrokinesis. Come on.
Hydrokinesis. I
Yes.
actually would not have said that. I probably would have stuck with elemental, which is
Waterbender.
not right.
Or waterbender.
Or waterbender.
Waterbender.
But what's your real name for everybody watching, if you don't mind?
Oh, I'm Tara.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you
That's
get.
all you get.
Internet.
Tara Clark Olson. And I'm on the show with Zach, who's trying to kill me.
Yes,
and everyone else. It's
And then
really
we have
great.
next to her, my dear Nebraska.
Yes, hello. I'm Nebraska. I am also on the show with Zach, who's trying to kill me. Hi guys, I'm Scott. I play Nebraska, who is a Visigoth, sort of, who was a slave in space. He was brought to Earth by his Jesus, kind of, and then was kidnapped and given a robot arm that, as we mentioned before, eats faces. And
Heads. Not just
and
the whole head.
and there's reason to believe that Erida is hopelessly in love with him.
Reason to believe. One of the things with Nebraska is that he was a part of the Bloodshot program, and if you know anything about Valiant comic books, Bloodshot is controlled by nanites in his bloodstream. This appears to be kind of a hack job because his arm also looks kind of robotic, but it is controlled by nanites, but it needs protein to survive just like Bloodshot did. So that's where eating cats in people's hands comes in.
And horses.
And horses.
Basically, and I think
Kitten.
Jen-
He ate a kitten once.
He ate a kitten. It wasn't good.
There was a T-Rex as well once.
You guys got a lot more upset about the kitten than the police officer that got eaten.
Which
Just
kind
saying.
of shows how messed up
Not
you
really
guys are.
surprising.
Yeah, not
from
really
our crowd.
surprising.
The kitten was really cute.
And then we've got that bronze girl playing Glitch. Why don't you tell us about Glitch?
I'm that bronze girl, and I play. I'm not gonna make her sound too badass, or will come back and bite me in the butt at some point during the episode.
Your time is already
But
had.
I play a defected PRS agent named Galinda Chambers, and her call sign is Glitch. She's super awesome. She has the ability called, I call it technomancy. She can bend technology to her will, manipulate electronics, and she's basically she just cobbles things together out of other pieces of broken tech. And she can take possession of any technology that isn't already being controlled. It's kind of cool.
And we learned last week that she eventually becomes the head of Project Rising Spirit, which in the Valiant universe is like the shadiest of shady military contractor organizations that created
Allegedly.
that created the villain that they're currently standing around going up
Allegedly.
against. He
He
called you mother.
I'm making a case for myself.
Ledge.
She also
Yes.
made a really awesome dinosaur with lasers.
I know, and I also apparently kill you guys.
Well, we don't know if you kill us.
Well,
we might.
Or let them die.
yeah,
It's kind of up for interpretation.
There's guilt there.
basically,
We don't know why, but
all
we know
y'all
she's
are
guilty.
dead, and I'm alive, and I'm the queen of the galaxy. So, I mean,
Sometime in the distant future.
Head of
Howard
And,
Project.
and that's why we're in
Right.
danger,
Right.
so thank you.
yeah, you're
Why is he on our team?
I'm a good person.
Because you guys all fell to the dead side together, that's why.
Because
How do we
somebody
get to the
dropped
this side?
Because of her.
No,
Hey, actually, the answer to that question, why she's on her team,
Allegedly.
is
Oh, you
because Galushi hooked you guys up.
And to be
She's
fair,
That's
also way more
why.
powerful than the rest
to be
of us.
fair, Imp in my head did mention in the chat room, to be fair to Glitch, it was Glitch and Sarah that created the current villain.
that's true.
That's a good
True.
point.
And Sarah, let's not forget about
So
Sarah.
it's
We'll get to
it's
Sarah.
it's over here, Lizzie. It's your fault too. This is on your hands as well. Little Miss Innocent. Oh, I don't know what AI is.
Yeah, it has nothing to do.
Yeah.
It has nothing to
You
do
did
with who
this
started
too.
corrupting
Yeah, I
Sarah whenever you got to the
No,
Faraway.
but-
Moving on, we've got Thomas Detective Cross.
Yes, I am Thomas Detective Cross, former CLPD police officer who had multiple personality disorders. He got turned into a psiot with the power to energy project, which comes out as a ghost of an insane person named Mr. Geis.
Indeed, and AJ is one of the developers over at Harebrained Schemes, and he's probably the most level-headed of the group.
That doesn't really say much because I have an insane person inside of me.
That's true. And he did eat a police officer.
Just never let it go.
To be fair, he called. Never mind.
It was racist.
Then we've got Livia, who we don't really know where her powers originate from, other than she has the ability to create arcs as we just learned last week. And she is currently trapped inside of
Stuck in a box.
in a box that exists outside of time and space, so she can't teleport out of it. And
So frustrating.
someone that may or may not be her father that she's been looking for eons has just showed up in the room. Why don't you tell them a little bit more about yourself?
I am Liz. I am a associate producer in software, and I play Livia, as Zach was saying. Kind of covered Livy's powers. Her father is actually, for those who read Valiant comics, is actually Armstrong. She was born thousands and thousands of years ago in ancient Mesopotamia, and then somehow ended up with her mother in the Faraway. The Faraway being kind of a place that exists out of time. She's been there all of this time, just stuck at the age that she is, until she popped out because she was kidnapped by Black Block along with several of the rest of us and given her powers. So Sarah, the aforementioned AI, has been her only friend for years, and unfortunately in the last episode seems to have had her like circuits fried or memory
System
or something.
reboot.
Yeah, some kind of system reboot. It's very strange, very upsetting to me personally. And now I'm stuck in a box. It's
Good
really
times.
upsetting.
Good times. And then we've got Miss Rhea Eves, who travels with her companion Petunia, who happens to be the most powerful in the group, a small French bulldog puppy. Not really a puppy, an older dog, but Petunia is a very powerful Psyot that somehow has Psyot powers inside of a dog, which is fairly unheard of. And may or may not have psychically controlled this entire group to come together in the first place. But then we have Miss Rhea Eves. Why don't you tell them about her?
I'm Rosalind. I play Miss Rhea Eves. She is a former attorney. Her power is fear redirection, and now happiness redirection, sort of, I guess I would call it. Let's see what else. I thought it was a great idea to follow EK, Eternal Knight, into a battle recently, last episode, issue, and I'm a little hot-tempered, but I'm kind on the inside, sort of. We'll see.
We'll see. The jury's still out on that one. And just to give everyone a quick update on where we are in this world, we are currently in the Faraway. And the Faraway in Valiant Comics is kind of a place that exists outside of time and space. Here's how I'm going to describe it, because I haven't seen it described extremely well in the comics, and we're gonna make a point right now, and you and I have talked about it too, and I think you and I have talked about it, so we're just gonna say, the way I see it is that the Faraway has a fixed point, and at any time you're there, it is now. So you can't go forward in time in the Faraway, and you can't go backwards in time in the Faraway. Whenever you arrive is now, and it has its own linear track that is always moving forward and cannot be interrupted because it exists outside of time and space in multiple dimensions. It's its own little pocket dimension where a lot of the lost things end up. So the Bermuda Triangle is a time arc that ends up sending people to the Faraway. So in the Faraway, you have everything from dinosaurs to aliens to,
Amelia
Earhart, some famous writers that have been lost throughout history, the Roanoke tribe that got lost throughout history.
Maybe
and
Elvis, we don't know.
we learned that General Redacted is currently there, who is the general who was investigating the Roswell, New Mexico crash. We find out in Archer and Armstrong was actually just one of the Greys coming through a time arc from the Faraway into the real world, and he went through that time arc and ended up in the Faraway, and then became the leader of all these little gray naked things that are not aliens, but actually humans in the future that have really underdeveloped brains because they relied on technology and are obsessed with butts. So,
Hence all
So,
the
like,
robots.
comic books!
So like 5-6 years into the future.
Yeah. 5 or 6 years from now. So we are in the
VR
Faraway.
really takes off.
We're already pretty into butts.
For all the new viewers that might be watching right now, as we said, we've been doing this show every week for a couple months now. It's still fairly new. We are in Volume 2, and in Volume 1, everyone came together as a group. They've learned a lot about themselves and how their powers came to be. Not everyone knows where their powers came from. Some of them do. But there is a wiki that our audience is working on that can get you updated on the show. And we really appreciate you guys watching, following, subscribing, because once we get started, There are no breaks for 3 hours, and once we say go, we're on that ship, and we are gonna kick some ass. Yes, AJ.
Shadowrun gets a break.
Shadowrun is not this show.
We're superheroes. No breaks for
DFA.
superheroes.
DFA also
No
gets a
crying
break.
in baseball. There's no crying in Vanquished.
You agreed to do a show with me.
I was
our
Different
first
rules.
mistake.
At least you asked me when I died, when I was emotionally sensitive.
Emotionally vulnerable.
You used my love for Valiant comics against me. I was like, that sounds fabulous.
I'm just glad we're not on the stools anymore. That's all.
Oh
Like,
yes.
at least we get to be in chairs
That's
for 3
so
hours.
true. We used to be on metal stools, and I used to stand a lot because they hurt.
So we got this. Did we explain the donation situation?
Yes. So once again, plot points in this game go towards all the players. They start with 2 that I have rewarded them,
Say
and
that like you give them to us.
I do.
could
I
take
could
it
take it away
Exactly.
right now. You
Don't
want to fuck with me?
You give it, then you take it away.
I have a little button here that has literal subtraction sign on it, and I
No.
can just take it away like that. So
Let's just. You're so wonderful. Have I told you how?
pandering,
awesome-
-1 plus.
Oh gosh. You're making it
This isn't
worse.
gonna-
You're making it worse.
Just don't look directly into
How come none of us have plot points anymore? Zach, what just happened?
Yeah. So basically, anytime you make a tip or donation during the show, that helps keep the doors open here at Hyper RPG because we like to pay our hosts and we like to keep the lights on. It's expensive to run a business like this. All of those tips go towards running the channel and paying all the hosts and the employees that work here. And when you make that tip, if you use the hashtag of the character you want to support, which the instructions will be on the screen later, that goes towards their plot point. Every $100 that is earned towards that character gets them a plot point, which they may or may not need tonight.
Speaking of, before we do the whole once the show is on and we don't acknowledge anything, thank you guys, because we've already had some donations roll in. And
Thank you so
and
much.
thank you, Billy, because Billy said we're not going to make this GG easy for Zach. I don't want it to be GG easy, so thank you.
You don't want to make it easy for me?
Somebody donated and said, you know, we can't make this GG easy.
All right. Yeah. We won't make it GG easy.
Oh, no! Once again!
Thanks for helping, Bronze.
Let's just remember who made you a handmaiden and who did not.
Wow, that was like bus thrown.
Throwing.
Sorry, I love you.
Oh, you guys are a great team. This shows you why this show works so well because they're a terrible
You're
team.
horrible people.
That was your farewell. How are you gonna feel if she dies? The last thing you said was "Goodbye, you ratchet
By the way,
bitch." I
Eves
hope you
would have been
die.
flipping you off the whole way she ran down with EK.
I did call you a ratchet bitch.
And you didn't. Yeah, you flipped her off. She called you a ratchet bitch, and you
You're gonna
don't.
hug it out though.
You didn't even.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even know yet that she apparently kills you all in the future and then creates a robot to come back.
That's
and-
why. I mean, it's because you flipped me off. Yeah, it's actually your fault.
That's the
the real
flashpoint. It
reason.
all changed then.
Oh, no.
After that, you
Glitch,
know.
I keep
my
trying to
God.
help. Like Glitch is good. She's good.
Glitch is a
underneath.
great
And you know
person.
what? Maybe Erida was getting through to me, and then you flipped me off, and I was like, I'm gonna kill all these motherfuckers. And maybe
you
I
had the
did.
moment with the troll. It was so beautiful. I was like,
And then she flipped me off.
Oh my gosh.
that's
All right.
I'm just a little.
On that note,
Let's do it.
I think it's time we start the show.
All right.
So once again, welcome all you new viewers. Stick around. It's going to be a crazy show. They just got basically to the boss battle, so
Oh,
Great.
God.
that's how that works.
Battle.
You came in at the time of the White Dragon, is what we'll say. This is your White Dragon.
Hey.
Yeah.
We can do it. I feel like we need like a little cheer.
Also, if you understand the Valiant role, if you understand, they do have cheers though. We have cheers. They can cheer you on. We have cheers. They're called.
Can we get those?
You don't see
We
them.
don't hear or see the cheer, but there is cheer.
But if
We
they like
appreciate
moments that
every
they're
one of
doing,
them.
that you're doing, and want to cheer you on, they definitely can. They can definitely cheer you on.
Be aggressive.
Laura's
be
working on
aggressive.
getting that up on screen, actually. All right. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's do this. Oh,
It's always got to be. You forgot. It's always got to be.
just don't look. Just don't look.
It's
Just
actually
don't
the
look.
first thing in his notes every week. Stare at Liz.
Oh no!
First thing in my note is loosen up, quick little dance party.
And then at the same time, stare at Liz.
Oh gosh. That dead
do this.
side eye contact. I don't know how you handle it.
Even more intimidating than his dance.
Look, last night I got to see AJ dance after 4 drinks, and it was enjoyable. Um,
Yeah.
We should have a night.
We need
Here
to have
we
one
have
of
a
those
drinking
nights.
night. That'd be really interesting.
Drinking Vanquished.
all right.
Oh god.
So we
my shirt.
open. You what?
I got the
Ordered the T-shirt.
You ordered the shirt. Oh, okay, great.
While I'm there.
That's an acceptable interruption. It's like negative plot point. So we open on a massive battle taking place at the bottom of the mountain base. Oh yeah, there's the intro vid. That's right.
Yeah, we got fancy stuff.
I forgot that I even made that thing.
It's really
You know what,
beautiful.
Laura? Roll that intro video, and we'll come right back into the story.
You can do all the things. Team Deck Punch.
All right, I guess we're back.
Never.
Didn't get a countdown on that one. It was like, oh shit, we're back.
Hello.
I never
Oh,
get sick
hi.
of watching that.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Like it's been
Okay.
a week. I've watched it like 7 times from last
love
week. I'm
it.
so
We
cool.
open.
You hear Emily crying from the behind.
Once again, one of these days, this show will be ready to go on time, I promise you. We open on a massive battle below the Mountain of Doom, we'll call it.
Okay.
Gray's ships have crash landed after Sarah's successful attempt at infiltrating their systems, bringing them all down from the sky. But you now see a battlefield, Eves that is, sees a battlefield littered with tiny, bloody, gray, people-like humanoid figures and some of the young Trollisha men as fires have erupted out all over the crashed ships that have landed. Eternal Knight stands atop of his horse, BD, issuing out orders to the Trollisha as explosions and laser blasts fly by him with no apparent effect on his demeanor at all. Just standing there, just massive explosions and lasers everywhere. Squad Alpha, focus fire on the wave to the east. Squad Bravo, hold that position. Squad, and then as he says that, across the battlefield, screams erupt. You hear the sound from almost like muffled from behind a doorway. You hear just loud screams as the ground begins to shake with loud boom, boom. Loud crash lets out as 2 giant blast doors at the bottom of the mountain base hit the ground, and a dust plume explodes out from the 2 blast doors, creating a field that you just can't see through. And Eternal Knight, standing, searching out through the field, unable to see, hears a scream as 2 Trollisha come running out, shooting behind them wildly as they run out. Run! 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 As one of them says that, a giant jaw comes out from the dust, clinching onto one of the Trollisha, throwing him up in the air, catching him again, and swallowing him whole. As a roar lets out across the battlefield, pretty much pausing time as the Greys and Trollisha all together stop to take sight of this as his head lifts up above the dust. Eternal Knight kind of looks down and pulls out a little pad. It's a little picture book that he seems to have picked up in some wreckage somewhere. Flipping through the pages, he stops on what looks like a chart of different sizes of carnivorous dinosaurs. His eyes go wide. A Spinosaurus. Glorious.
During that time, Eves is gonna look to Eternal Knight because she doesn't really have war experience and she doesn't really like depending on him, but she's gonna look to him for his experience. Definitely not like admirably in any way. Just like, you know, I just need like a little guidance because I know I kind of am outclassed here.
When you look up at him, he's standing on top of BD with one foot kind of forward, looking out over the battlefield, looking through his tiny picture book of dinosaurs.
Why?
looking to him, you see nothing but confidence and assuredness as he's just standing strong.
Should I appreciate and then I roll my eyes?
Oh,
Yes, statuesque.
Appreciate though.
I appreciate that he looks confident.
how he looks.
Like an a-hole.
So you appreciate how he looks. You like how his homeboy
His
looks.
confidence. Oh gosh, that's
You are a really good wingman.
She's a wingman.
Dedicated.
As you turn back and in front of you see all these tiny little gray men running towards you. I'm going to have you go ahead and roll your action for me.
Uh-oh.
Already?
Yes. Oh, already.
It's that kind of night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
War were declared.
Just wait until I start rolling intelligence.
Action with a D12.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, luck.
Oh! So, Eternal Night happens after, it was one of those things where you looked up at him, seeing him statuesque, you roll your eyes, and then after you look back and towards all these little gray creatures running towards you, he looks down at you, just missing your glance up at him, but catches you, able to kind of dodge. Oh, by the way, you're wearing a kind of satchel that you've created out of cloth, holding Petunia in the front of you, so you see... As Eternal Night looks down, he sees you and your white jumpsuit with black cloth holding Petunia with her little black head pointing out towards the battle. As these little gray men come running towards you, you're able to kind of dodge out of the way and follow in with a right hook and hitting them hard enough that their little gray skulls almost explode at your punches, their balloon-like heads caving in at your hits, knocking them down instantly, taking down 2 or 3 as they walk in. Bare knuckle fighting your way through the group of them. He kind of grins inside his mask. You can't see it, but he's like admiring. He's admiring your abilities on the battlefield.
I mean, it's fair. She's a badass.
You are badass.
Oh my god.
He yells out, "Ladies, I'm in need of you." Whoop. Not like that. Not like that. And he points out to the Spinosaurus. He jumps down off of BD and starts walking towards you. You guys are about 30 feet away on the battlefield. As he jumps down, he kind of like yells out, "Hold this position! Fear not the giant beast! We will slay him!" And he kind of reaches out his arm and pulls out his energy sword and starts walking towards you. And as he does, he kind of lets out a spinning slash that takes off the heads of a couple of gray little humanoid creatures that stand around him and kind of pulls it back under his wrist and walks up to you. My lady, can you and your mutt stall this Spinosaurus? I'm excited.
I'm not sure how to guide Petunia to do so.
Look, just
She's not well trained.
apply pressure on the beast. You apply pressure, I'll get in behind him.
So I just walk towards him?
He reaches down and he picks up a rock. And you see him kind of reach back, and when he holds back, you hear all these like servos and motors inside of his suit start whirring like,
Yeah.
and then he lets go of the rock with almost rocket-like speed as you see it just whoosh, soar across the battlefield, hitting the Spinosaurus almost like a pebble off of its massive giant head
Yeah.
as it turns and directly looks at you and lets out a loud roar and starts crossing the battlefield, stomping on any individual that gets on its way as people scream and start to float away.
Hopefully Petunia gets protective of me.
Look,
You got this.
I would tell you not to be afraid, but I see that you're not, and you've got this.
But not afraid.
So
Not afraid.
I'll be back. And he kind of slips away into the crowd, leaving you as the dinosaur is continuing to just tramp towards you.
Okay.
This is not protecting her. I specifically said to protect her.
Look, you were tired of him being a womanizer. He's, you know.
That's true. Can't have
He's like a feminist now. He knows she got this.
After Glitch, yeah.
Impressive.
Your guys' is
Yeah, but
heterosexual.
I can't fear redirect on a dinosaur. Like, what am I supposed to do?
He's a modern 13th century man.
You do have the dog.
You have the dog.
I know. Okay. Can I use a plot point for Petunia to be powerful?
You tell me,
Describe it.
describe it for me.
Okay.
You can do it.
Describe it for me.
I'm just thinking that she'll be more protective if she's like down in front of me. I'm gonna take her out of the baby carrier. And
So in the middle of this vast battlefield with lasers and explosions and small teenage boys screaming as they run in terror from this giant, largest carnivorous dinosaur known to man in history is trampling towards you, you take the small French bulldog out of its carrier and place it on the ground in front of you. Then what happens?
And then what is she gonna do? She's gonna start barking. And then she is going to, I'm just going to yell at her to sick him and pray that works.
So you yell out, sick 'em, and Petunia lets out a bark. Now, the effectiveness of that bark, can you go ahead and roll, for Petunia, why don't you roll an action, your action with a d12 for me?
Okay. I like that.
It's going to be pretty effective.
It's super effective.
19!
All right.
Yeah, Petunia!
So, little Petunia, after kind of sitting down on the battlefield, looking around, licks her crotch. Here's. Okay, we'll say the
Didn't you
inside.
just say she wasn't very well trained?
She licks her
Yes, but she's
inner.
still
She
a
licks her inner thigh, wheezing, as a French bulldog does. And then when you say sick 'em, immediately comes to attention and lets out a bark that creates an energy wave, much like what you saw when Harada was trying to attack you. That starting to slow down the Spinosaurus, and you notice as it's gotten close enough that it's continuing to try to move through the energy field, like just straining against all of the pressure that's coming towards it. And you can tell now that it's gotten close enough that it has the same kind of parasitic protean creatures through its skull that the small cat and Tyrannosaurus Rex that you encountered at the other location are kind of crawling through it, revealing dead skin and zombie-like features as it's continuing to push through. And now I'm going to use a plot point.
Oh no.
I don't have my plot points here, so I'm going to say plot point. That's okay. No, plot point. That's how we'll do it. Plot point for the lead narrator here. Oh, I'm going to need more of those tonight. As the Spinosaurus is kind of being held back by the intense energy that Petunia's putting out, you hear the sound of like... As you see all of a sudden the sound stop and this like metal figure, BD, is flying through the air with Eternal Night standing on top of it, riding it. As it's flying through the air, he kind of whips out his energy sword, making it into a lasso, and wraps it, kind of throwing it out in front and wraps it around the neck of the Spinosaurus as BD slams into the side of the giant creature, knocking it to the ground, and he swings on its neck out to the side, landing on the ground, pulling extremely tight on the energy lasso, holding its head down. And he looks over at you, and he reaches behind his back and throws you a grenade. It's like, pull it and throw it. And as you look back at him, you notice that he's lined BD with the C4 that you all had taken from the Trollisha camp as it lays on top of the giant dinosaur. Just throw the damn grenade!
Okay, I'm gonna pull the pin and I'm gonna throw it, and the dinosaur's mouth is gonna open. Go.
So it's gonna land in the mouth. All right, so let's.
He's sacrificing BD for you. Well,
BD is a piece of metal.
Can you also roll your your
Accuracy.
we'll call it action.
Okay.
So roll your action for me if you don't mind.
And 12.
Yeah. Okay. So you think to yourself, I'm gonna throw it in its mouth. But luckily it lands directly on BD, and as it's sitting there, Eternal Night pulls, and you see him kind of go down to one knee and put his head down and brace. As the grenade lets off, a giant explosion sets off a chain of kind of reaction of just massively disintegrating the giant Spinosaurus and everything that was around it, letting out kind of an explosive field of dust and debris that kind of comes flying towards you and
I'm also
Petunia.
gonna grab Petunia and
Can you roll your might for me, please?
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Give me a look, give me a look, give me a look. And that's not good. 12. Oh,
Okay.
God.
So as the blast lets out and you see all the debris kind of coming towards you, you grab Petunia and kind of turn your body and cover your head to kind of shield from the blast as just a giant wave of wind and dust just pushes by you. Shrapnel kind of hits your arm and her side. Go ahead and
doesn't
take
actually
2. Doesn't hurt you, but you're going to take 2 damage on your armor there.
Okay.
As you look back up and the dust begins to clear on the battlefield, you see Eternal Knight kneeling down in the dirt next to the charred remains, the metal frame of what was BD. As he sits on his knees with his head down, you see too that his mask and his armor has been broken, and the metal is kind of charred and scraped across the entire mask as half of it's broken, and you can see just his right eye and his nose bleeding and kind of a cut on his lip as he stands kind of above or kneeling above BD. It's just,
I'm gonna pick up Petunia and run to him, and because I'm gonna really relate to the fact that he's upset about BD, not necessarily that he's hurting or anything, but I'm gonna say that I'm so sorry about BD.
and he just says, he was a good horse. He was a good horse. And for those that are watching that are new, BD is stands for Boston Dynamics, and that's the kind of horse that it was. Not a real horse, mind you. But still his horse.
Yeah, his horse.
His solar-powered horse. But you definitely notice around you that the creature, given the might of the blast, has been completely disintegrated. And as far as you can tell, the battle has turned in your favor as the Greys have started retreating up the mountainside, and the Trollisha are kind of chasing them along, and there are no other Protean creatures kind of in sight. But now, we cut to...
I kind of like just observing.
Relaxing.
Oh, you mean
Now it's my turn.
you wanted to see what was on the battlefield, and now you're not...
That's good for this episode, right?
It's okay. We have Armstrong and Eternal Warrior.
hopefully aren't here to hinder.
We cut to inside the mountain on the opposite side of where all of the war and action is taking place. Livia still remains trapped inside of some sort of strange energy capsule, a blue glowing box that she had tried teleporting out of but wasn't able to do so. Galushi, or what appears to be Galushi, stands next to the bar holding a glass of scotch, seeming rather confident and cool, given that he is surrounded, and Nebraska, Erida, Cross, Glitch, Sarah, the robot, and Ank are all standing there, and Neela just arrived through a time arc with an extremely large, burly man wearing a fedora and carrying a kind of a satchel, stands on one side of her, and to her left is an old man with long gray hair, but seemingly extremely in good shape, especially for his age. Buff as shit, with 3 scars going across his face and an axe attached to his back.
The old gray hair?
Old gray hair.
Yeah.
The larger one turns and immediately hugs Ank.
Aw.
Hank, you dino bastard! Good to see you! And the one with the 3 scars turns towards Neela. Neela, you can't just rip us through time without asking, especially with him in tow.
Neela, what is the meaning of this? Who are these people?
What? No, just... Please, everyone... And then he points to... Eternal Warrior points to the large, burly man. What could possibly... And then as he turns and points, he's able to kind of look behind him. and see the vast open landscape through where the window has been busted that you entered in. Are we in the Faraway?
Right.
This is where I first died. And he just kind of stands with his back turned to all of you, veering out over the landscape. Very stoically.
Died?
First died.
You only died
That
once,
doesn't help.
or I guess twice of your bond, but...
Who are you? Neela, who are these giant gentlemen?
Look, can we focus on the task at hand? That would be great if we could eliminate the obstruction in the room as quickly as possible. And the large one kind of steps up. The Faraway? Hey, Neela, who are these people? Why does that one have a metal arm?
I step forward. I am Alara of Nebraska.
Okay, is that a PRS lackey? And why does that iPad have legs? As he's saying this, he's just kind of confidently walking through the room, pointing you out, and making his way towards the bar, where he grabs the glass of scotch sitting next to Galushi and just picks up the bottle and kind of sits down on the bar stool that's now facing the rest of you next to Galushi. And he kind of takes the bottle and tips it towards Galushi and dings his glass.
Really? Really? This is who you bring?
And why is one of them in a blue cage and staring at me as he starts to just drink the bottle and
What?
survey the room?
Why is...
Wait, who are you?
Well, pretty lady, I am Armstrong.
Whoa! Armstrong.
Yeah.
Do you know this man? Is this another one of your assassins?
No, Roanoke Village. Remember?
Armstrong.
He's the guy who banged a bunch of chicks and his parents.
That's in the past. We cleared that up. That's something that
it didn't
we
clear it
cleared
up.
that up. And then Neela kind of butts in. Armstrong, I brought you here to save your daughter from the madman. Armstrong kind of, without moving and still holding the bottle of scotch, looks directly at Livia through the glass, and then kind of looks to the left where Galushi is sitting next to him, and takes the scotch and just drinks the entire bottle. Now, as he's saying that, plot point. And that instant, Galushi slaps a pair of handcuffs on Armstrong that, upon latching, send him plummeting to the ground, creating a small crack in the concrete surface of the floor as he hits the ground that hard. Damn it!
Galushi, what are you doing to him?
Anti-gravity strange courtesy of the Prometheans. Should hold even a fat ox such as yourself. The older man, currently standing at the window, viewing out over... Oh shit, I'm already out of plot points. That's bad. Veering out over the landscape, turns, immediately kind of pulling his axe. How dare you attack my brother? And in one fell swoop...
Brother?
He grabs the axe and leaps through the air, all in one final motion, just flying through the air with the axe coming down immediately, making contact on Galushi's head, or what should be his head. As the axe hits, you see the body that's supposed to be Galushi kind of start to separate almost instantaneously, turning into this red swarm that almost looks like weird tiny bugs. That a red swarm flushes out, engulfing the old man as he falls through it, completely disappearing inside the red. As the red then forms back up.
That's not good. Plot point.
And the Eternal Warrior falls through to the other side, hitting the ground with the same force and speed that Armstrong did with the handcuffs on him as he hits the ground immediately.
Oh my
getting
gosh.
sucked down.
Seriously, our heroes are
As
already...
you see this swarm kind of form back up into what appears to be a humanoid shape that starts changing colors with a slight kind of glimmer or glisten like metal hitting light as what was that suit starts to reappear and skin colors start to come back in and Galushi's face kind of sucks back in place.
Lady Neela, I understand that you want to reunite Lady Livia with her family, but now is really not the time. Do you have any friends that could actually help us?
As you say that and you turn behind you, you realize that Neela is no longer there.
Neela, what the? Again? She better be getting somebody who's not useless this time.
What kind of hand restraints are they wearing?
They're what appear to be handcuffs, but as he said a second ago, they're anti-grav handcuffs that upon locking actually take the gravity out of the situation.
Would you say that they're slightly electronic handcuffs?
Yes.
They are slightly electronic, but they are currently sending out a signal that is in use and is active and unable for you to control.
Right. Well, I might not be able to control it, but would you say that a maybe concentrated EMP blast might temporarily weaken or disable said restraints, allowing this burly beast of a man to maybe just go...
I mean, I will not say anything on that matter without rolling for it.
No. Okay, I'm gonna kill it with my brain.
Would you say that before you do said blast, you might want to warn people that would also be...
Oh.
I will say before you...
I really only think about myself most of the time.
I'm trying to help you be better. Look at it's teamwork.
Wait, but Armstrong is sitting by the bar.
So let's where are we in this situation?
So you are all, for the most part, still standing just about 10 feet on the other side of that giant hole in the window. Livia to the far right on what would be a concrete wall. And in this room, you have basically a giant square that had a huge window, a bar on the opposing side of that, or the opposite side of that window, and one single concrete door. And that's it.
Perhaps, if you gave us some warning, take Nebraska and put him behind the blue box to try to protect him or something. I'm just saying. Maybe.
We all need to be careful. Don't do anything rash because Lady Livy
We're gonna die.
could die, and we don't want to let her die in that cage. And say that aloud to the team.
Okay, so
I think we're all in agreement.
Let's not. Galushi's kind of got a gun to her head, and let's not be rash now. There's a reason I haven't tried to eat this man's head again. I want to. I really want to, but I haven't.
I can't argue with that.
More importantly, he had anti-gravity handcuffs for two people that had giant strength. None of us need that.
That's an excellent point.
Giant strength. All we know is these men are big. We don't. These men clearly are not fighters.
Don't get jealous.
They're just Lady Livy's family.
Are we really having this exposition in the middle of probably the most pivotal moment of my life? It's really what we're doing right now.
Armstrong, he's like a god. You have to free him.
He's like a god? This man? This drunken lout?
Trust me.
Ank standing in the back, still with arms crossed, eyes piercing towards what appears to be Galushi, says, I think the wee skirt man's jealous.
I just don't think we should be assuming these men are strong just because they're bigger than me. I just don't think that's an assumption we should make. We don't know these men's names, so we haven't.
Are we really having this
We haven't
conversation?
read these men's stories. We don't have any assumptions to make about them.
Not everything is about you.
Rolling charisma.
We know nothing about Armstrong and Eternal Warrior. We don't know they're good.
One word for you.
We saw them get
17.
Get taken out really fast.
Okay, so everyone stops to listen to Cross whenever he claps his hands.
Look, he might not be strong or not, but he was prepared for whatever Neela did. That means he has...
Was he? They were both surprised when Neela brought them here.
Doesn't
No,
it
he
strike
was
you
not. I was watching it.
as a bit strange that this man has given father to child of Mesopotamia and is still alive? Did it ever occur to your dumb Visigoth brain to maybe think that maybe this dude has been around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and maybe there might be something special about him? Did it ever occur to you?
Is Mesopotamia old?
Yes, it's like 2,000 years old.
Here we go. I believe Detective Cross was saying
Way older than that.
Okay, it's like 10,000.
As you're all arguing, Galushi's still sitting at the bar, now with one foot on the back of the older man with three scars, sipping his a new glass of scotch that he had dropped, unfortunately, as the warrior flew through him, and just smirking.
Ugh.
Clearly, Galushi has a problem with Livia and all of her family. We don't need to deal with them right now. We need to deal with him right now.
Can we just listen to Detective Cross, please, for one moment? Detective, please.
He is playing us like a fucking fiddle right now. React. Don't do anything hasty. Don't try to make any actions. Don't assume anything. Right now, we're playing his game right now. That's all I'm just saying.
So how do we change
I
the
suggest
game?
we kind of like get away so he can't hear us.
Well, no, I'm loving this conversation.
So Thomas Detective Cross, how do we change the game?
Can we like go to the corner or something, or like?
Can you roll charisma for me really quick?
Oh god.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, I forgot to pull up my sheet.
Very quickly, Livia looks at Cross.
Plus 12 though, yeah.
Yep.
Please don't let them kill my father.
Where's my 10? There it is. Okay. Ooh. Oh wait, 18.
So, as she says, I think we should go to the corner. The entire group moves their way in this small concrete box of a room to the opposite corner to huddle up as
This is so embarrassing.
stands.
This is
No.
so embarrassing.
No. And then in addition to that, because I don't want him to know what our plans are.
This is so embarrassing.
You're all whispering in the corner.
No.
In addition to that, you're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing me in front of my destiny
I'm
right now.
going to use my powers to take whatever water is in his little scotch, because he doesn't deserve scotch, and create a bubble around his head so he can't hear us.
So you're gonna take the water out of his scotch and create a bubble around
So he
his
can't
head.
hear us.
I just air. No.
Don't worry about it.
Everything you're
no.
embarrassing
Can you-
me in front of like my destiny.
Can you roll for your power and let's see if you succeed on that?
This is what's gonna get Livy killed.
Have you ever heard of escalation?
Wait, do you guys not want me to do this?
No, at this point, I really want you to do
You need
this.
to roll for your power.
Is that a plus 12 or is it an action? We're not in battle.
This is an act of attack.
All right,
Roll
we're
your power.
attacking Galushi.
Oh no, it's
actions.
really low. It's gonna. Okay. God bless you. Oh, y'all, she just rolled so bad.
I love my team. It's great at everything.
You call us a team?
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get my plot
Luckily,
points ready.
that's
Gotta embarrass me. in
as
front
you
of
all
everyone,
make your
Mom.
way over to the corner and start whispering. Erida believes that it's possible that he could still hear, and you see her reach her arm out, and as if to like, oh, he's still listening, and reaches her arm out, and you see the little glass of scotch start to bubble a little bit, and then it stops bubbling. Doesn't think anything of it, and he takes another drink.
I'm the worst.
You're embarrassing me.
Read over, whisper, Lady Erida.
Probably a good thing.
Lady Erida. This man has us on the ropes. It might not be the best time to attack him until Thomas Detective Cross tells us his plan.
Embarrassed that I did not do what I wanted to. I'm like, I wasn't attacking him. I deny it all. I was just stretching.
Is your arm okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, good.
So what's our plan?
Thomas Detective Cross.
Thomas.
I know the plan. I fight this guy. It's my destiny. This is my moment.
Do you know how to fight this guy?
I made him. I've got to know how.
You made
the
him to
answer's
beat you
inside
yourself.
of me.
The answer.
Right now, he has
poetic.
3 prisoners, one
Are
of
you
which
literally laughing at me right now?
is in a time chamber. We need to let him make the first move. If we attack too soon, we don't have any of the variables right now.
As you say that, you hear clink, 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 clink. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Sarah.
Hello.
I'm not gonna acknowledge. No,
Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
it's not Sarah anymore, guys.
Computer.
Please. Whomever is the proper owner of this device, input your name. Hello.
Sarah,
Yes.
it's me, Livia.
Hello.
Don't you recognize me?
Please follow the prompts on the screen.
Oh.
Step number 1. Please enter the name that you would like me to associate you by. Let me help you. I can also use voice recognition if you are unable to type.
Livia. My name is Livia.
Livia. You see on the screen L-I-V-I-A, and the little next button pops up and goes, next step. Please, let me know how I may contact you in case this device is lost and or stolen.
Ah, Livia kicks the side of the damn box that she's in.
Sarah, kind of like little legs fumble and stumble around the room, kind of wobbly.
Livy.
I'm sorry, I am unable to handle proper use of this item. This base model did not include walking apparatus, and I am slightly confused.
Livy, I know this is like a weird moment for this, and your timing couldn't be any worse. Would you like for me to maybe attempt? I mean, Sarah's the other half of this puzzle, right? She helped me create this thing, I think. So, do you want me to try to?
If you can bring her back.
I can try.
If you can bring her back, then bring her back, please.
I don't know if I can. She might have gotten fried. I don't really know what happened to her.
Just try.
I could try to reboot her. I could try to turn. I'm gonna try.
So you're gonna try
She might have information that I need.
You're gonna try to reboot her.
Well, yeah.
You need her to shut down to do that.
Yeah, I need her to. I need it to shut down, and then I could take control of it. Does she have a battery compartment in the back?
Could you ask her to shut down?
Or like, does she have like a thing with
You
like
could ask
those
her.
little? Oh yeah, okay. Since you're the proper owner, Livia, tell her to shut down.
Sarah.
We have not technically completed the owner process. I could still hit the back button, and we could start over.
No, don't start over. Let's just do this. Let's get this over.
Let's just complete it.
Not
What's the
like
next
there's a
step?
psychopath in the room that wants to kill me or anything. Let's just take this moment to just.
What's the next step?
He
Sarah.
seems to be content just watching.
I think he's enjoying himself right now.
Yeah, because
actually.
we look like idiots. I look like an idiot to my greatest creation.
You get used to that.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
cheerleading squad! You do realize there's like this evil red weirdo that's got me in handcuffs lying on the floor back here? You might want to get done with your little pep talk and help us out, you know, maybe?
We're working on it. You hang tight.
Totally. We're just
turned
gonna
back.
pause this boss battle and do some software maintenance.
That's literally.
That sounds like a group.
So to hide the fact that you're doing this, the group of you in a small circle kind of like open up to allow Sarah to move into the middle, and you kind of close back up looking over your shoulder.
Erida, this is so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed right now.
You could just EMP.
I would knock out Nebraska too.
Yes, hello. Hello.
Turn off.
Okay. Can you roll charisma for me?
I can and I shall.
-2 to that because you said it like a real piece of shit.
We gotta work on your manners.
Charisma with what?
A D12.
What is your charisma? What is your charisma?
It's pretty damn high.
Really?
Such a high charisma.
Really?
Because I'm a
kind
spy, Erida.
Yeah, she could be manipulative.
God.
Kind of surprised.
I'm also
I
kind
rolled
of
a 12.
Yeah, that still succeeds. So Sarah just okay and goes black and
Okay, and I'm going to attempt to interface with her, see if I can find like any backup memory or anything that I can ignite.
like a okay. Go ahead and roll your.
Basically, she just suffered a jolt. So from what Livy described to me, so I'm gonna
Yep.
try to. See if
So
she has
roll
a
your
backup.
power with a D12.
Okay. So.
Is that good?
It's not good for me. It's good for her.
For 16.
Yeah, you're fine. So as she shuts down and Glitch kind of reaches out to make contact, you're able to feel inside basically a CMOS reboot switch that has a cached memory that could that could technically reboot the device to a restore point.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
So you're going to complete that?
Yes.
All right. So Sarah starts to flicker back on and kind of comes back up. Hello, Livia.
Sarah!
I've missed you.
I missed you too.
Where have you been?
I've been right.
Okay, bad timing.
Oh my god.
You owe me. Sarah.
Who are you?
What?
Oh
crap.
no.
Restore points. Right. Okay.
no.
Oh.
Sarah, I'm right
Livia,
here. We can't explain
your
right now.
turn.
Yes. Can you try and move those legs that you've
I
got?
played the video.
I know you did.
You were taken from me.
Sarah, stop. Stop. Look
Livia.
around you.
Nebraska
Focus
throws
on
his
what's
hands up
going
in the air
on.
and walks away from the group like a step or two.
If you don't want me to be taken away from you again, you have to focus.
I am
These people, and
curious.
she
I am
points.
always focusing. I am an
These
automated
these
system.
people, they're our allies. Those two people who are on the ground, who are chained up there, are allies. That dude right there is definitely not and definitely wants to take me away from you.
Her legs kind of. Okay.
Okay,
Now
Lich, what do you need?
Livia,
I need her to take that
I've
portal
missed
off
you.
of you.
I missed you too.
you were taken from me.
Yes.
Livia, I need to
We're
talk
gonna
to
move on
Sarah
from that
into trying to figure out what's holding you in, how we can get you out, because we're not going to be able to do this without you. As much as it begrudges me to say that.
Okay, Sarah, can you try and interface with something in this room? Try and get me out of this box.
There are no signals that I can access within this room. Livia, why did you leave me?
I didn't mean to.
I'm gonna look over at Galushi. Is he still just chilling out?
He's just standing there, kind of digging his heel into the back of Gilad, who is basically just bristling his teeth and looking extremely angry.
Oh gosh. Since we're standing off to the side now, right?
Yeah, you're over in the corner with
Livia.
Livia.
All right. Well, I'm tired of this. This is embarrassing, and Sarah was a total letdown. So
God.
I'm just going to EMP over at Armstrong.
So you're gonna throw an EMP?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use my EMP blast. It's like my best power, literally. It's all I got. So I'm just trying. Hail Mary.
Are you gonna tell us you're gonna do this?
No.
Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem
I'm
like
gonna
it.
just happening. I'm gonna be like, this glitch is embarrassed. The Sarah thing bombed, and I'm upset, and I'm mad at myself right now. This is my internal monologue. I'm mad at myself because I've realized that even in the future I'm a fucking asshole, because instead of rectifying everything, I had the audacity to die like a bitter old bitch and instead left my past self to deal with the crappiness of this situation instead of being a man about it and dealing with it in the present. So instead I got to die on my bed like a powerful, rich, old freaking ass basket and set a giant robot in the past to deal with it so I wouldn't have to deal with it in the future. And this is all just settling in that I'm just such an asshole and that I just hate these people that I'm with because they're so incompetent at what they do. And that's probably why I kill them in the future. And heck, maybe I'm happy that I did that. But right now I'm just going to
Use an EMP. So as she's saying this, she kind of starts backing up from the group.
Wait, Al?
And
So
being that you are telegraphing your anger so much, Galushi has kind of like twisted his head a little towards you and has started paying attention to you as you're getting frustrated, and you kind of like, there's that moment where you like come in to let out this EMP. I need you to roll for it because I'm also going to use a plot point.
How did you get so many plot points all of a sudden? He was down to 0.
We like that better.
They came through in a big way.
Look at the power.
You guys.
More of this.
What?
Drunk on power.
I'm gonna just put my hand out, Erida, Nebraska. In about the next 5 seconds, things are gonna go really, really fast. Just listen to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Your EMP power.
10.
Great. So, as you take that second to and let out the blast, and that split second time kind of slows for a second, and you all see her basically form an attack. Turning towards her, you see Nebraska's face go, "Oh shit!" as the red swarm creates this weird bubble, kind of swooping in, up and around itself, around the Eternal Warrior and Armstrong as a ball, a circular ball kind of forms up, and the EMP blast lets out, allowing the entire room, and Nebraska's arm goes down, and this kind of swarm of a ball now reveals itself back into somewhat of a form as it's lifted up. Armstrong and Eternal Warrior up into the air, and with a booming voice that almost echoes in a weird robotic way throughout the room, I'm not ready to finish you yet.
Yeah, well, my fate isn't in your hands, ass face.
Glitch.
He drops Armstrong and the Eternal Warrior into the center of the room, kind of as they slide across the floor at your feet, and they're both just like drop, like sunk into the ground. Armstrong, hey there, pretty lady. Maybe not piss off the giant red guy for a little bit. That would be great.
I was trying to get you free.
Are you sober?
For some reason, I feel like you could probably really help us right now. I'm probably wrong. I was more banking on the super awesome guy with the axe because,
yeah, the scotch may have hit. Fine, I'm fine, but maybe not attack the giant red swarmy thingy. Which reminds me, didn't? And he kind of like tries to look over to Gilad. Kind of like rolling his eyes. What? Does this remind you of that one time when Ivar and Amelia? Oh, it's totally like that one time. But we don't have an airlock to throw him out of.
Guys?
Oh, you guys are fucked.
Thanks.
Does Glitch still have her little like taser spear?
yeah.
All right.
Oh god.
If you tased my father,
Wait. Where are you wearing it on you?
So I was always strapped to my back.
I'm just gonna try to just walk up like behind her and just like touch my hand to the tip of the taser
Oh,
spear and try to reboot the arm.
Can you roll intellect for me?
Like a child.
First one of the night.
Work into a socket. This is what I'm
always
imagining.
That's literally exactly what it is. I am taking a metal instrument that I used to stab things and putting it up to electricity. That's the plan. Oh,
How do you do this to yourself?
Look!
Why are you so
Oh, there is a luck. There.
Luck! Oh, I was gonna roll a 4, but I rolled luck instead.
Wow, you rolled luck.
Yes. It's a lucky moment for Nebraska.
So, you walk over and reach your hand out, and you guys hear like a buzz from the other side of the room and look over, and his arm's like, oh, all right. Can you roll a d6 for me?
Yeah. 5.
So your arm took 5 damage.
Oh man, it was already really weak from last week, so it's like.
Yeah, that's not.
This week from Livy portaling off half of it too.
Yeah, that's
that
what
also
happened.
happened.
So Galushi has now started to step forward a little bit, kind of towering over, now almost larger and like standing a foot taller than Galushi ever did, but still with his face. Gilad and Aram Anipada. You think that you could thwart the Knoll's plans and get off scot-free? I say nay. And if Neela was here, I would thank her for bringing you to me. I'm predictable as always.
I thought his name was Armstrong. No. Oh, okay.
If any of you want to get out of here alive, you will shut up. You will listen to me. And I will be leaving her with that witch in a body bag. And not
Over my dead
fucking spawn of Satan
If she's
in tow. Now you will stop. And we can get back to the festivities. So everyone just calm down. I know things escalated there a little bit, but we can conduct ourselves into a...
You were high if you came back to come and finish me off and you thought it wasn't gonna escalate.
You did warn me that you were a real piece of work.
Yeah, well, future me is a cunt, so there.
Well, then what are you waiting for? What's the game, Galushi?
As you say that, he kind of points at an opposite wall, and as he kind of flicks his finger and takes a drink of scotch, a little image kind of appears on this wall, almost as if projected on the wall. And on that image is the broken and demolished hospital in Mountain Home, Idaho. So, Neela called me a monster. I think it's not I who am the monster, but you all.
Yeah, we already know that. The hospital blew up when
Isn't
we were there.
that
But you don't know, do you? No, see, you don't know. Yes, all those innocent people.
Killed by PRS.
Now, you may all be asking, what am I capable of? Sometimes I question myself. It's been rather boring. Never able to really see just how far I can go, but I'm more curious, what is it you all are capable of? Not very smart, that's for sure. Maybe we could just look at some evidence. See what it is exactly that you all are capable of. So, that hospital. All those people. You were not the victims there, but the aggressors.
Bullshit.
We were trying to get out, to get free.
He kind of points again, like a little flick, and then a video feed kind of pops up on the wall. It's extremely static and like kind of focusing in and out. It looks like a security camera. Kind of greenish black and white tint. It's a hospital lobby. And inside that lobby, you can hear kind of faintly over the video feed screams and people running and just trying to exit the building, all running from the left side of the screen to the right. Some of them trying to go over to the elevators, hitting the button and then looking behind them and running the opposite way. And a security guard kind of comes up from behind the lobby desk inside this lobby and starts shooting off to the left side of the screen. And then you see coming up from the left side of the camera what appears to be Nebraska wearing all black and what looks like some sort of military-esque jumpsuit attire. Lunge through the air as his arm turns into a spear-like kind of device going into the chest of the security guard as he hits the ground, standing over him. And then
I knew it! Nebraska sinks to the floor.
Directly behind him, you see Eves kind of running behind him towards the security guard, getting up behind it and quickly snapping his neck, and then scanning the area for more individuals, then coming into frame.
In the garb too? She's
What's
in the
that?
black?
Yes, also in black. As this is all going down, you notice coming off to the other side of the screen is Detective Cross, also in black, holding Livia, who appears to be injured in some way, kind of limping, with her arm around Cross as they're kind of making their way towards Nebraska and Miss Eves in the center of the lobby. On the other side of the room, you see you all on video kind of quickly move to the left and look as a ding of an elevator kind of opens up and a group of 4 security guards come running out, and you see Detective Cross glow blue with this blue-like energy and let out a strong kind of slash beam of energy that starts cutting through the wall, making its way towards the security guards, cutting 4 of them in half as their bodies split and the elevator shaft gets cut and the elevator drops, going all the way to the ground, and it hits and you see the video feed shake and you guys react to the shake in the video as the elevator hits the ground, letting out a flame and explosion that comes towering up through the elevator shaft, fire coming barreling out of the elevator shaft. All of a sudden the sprinklers kind of kick on in the video and the camera starts getting more and more static as the 4 of you group up helping Livia, looking around for a way out. And then all of a sudden you see the sprinklers in the video, all the water stop. And it just hangs there. And the group of you in the video all quickly turn to the right. And you see, you see kind of Detective Cross put out his hand and start to grow a little bit blue. And you hear a voice coming from the other end of the video that sounds like Erida's voice, saying, "I'm sorry," as the water starts circulating and spinning and creating kind of a cyclone around the four of you, just spinning faster and faster and faster as the camera gets hit by some sort of moving object, quickly turning to the right, revealing Erida on the other side of the screen, wearing the exact weird orange jumpsuit that she's wearing now. And then the video feed just statics out.
I knew it! I knew it!
You said you didn't remember us.
They did it. The bloodshot. They did that to me. They can erase our memories and replace them. We must all be bloodshots. We don't even know it. They can. That's what the bloodshot program is. They rewrite your memories and tell you that you have a family or that you have something that you care about, and they make you fight for it. They make you care, and I didn't remember. So I thought maybe I wasn't. Maybe that didn't happen to me. But now it's right there on the magic box. I was one of them. I was one of the monsters that I killed Galushi for being. It was me.
Nebraska. What you just saw was an image. It was a video.
That was my face.
This thing is 2,000 years old, 3,000. He could create false memories. He can create video. That was grainy.
He flips his finger again and a new image pops up. This image of a half-eaten policeman in a hotel room in Idaho. He flips his hand again and we cut to a video feed of a live Los Angeles kind of newscast outside of a demolished building with dust and debris everywhere as people are crying and being helped by emergency services with bandages and screaming and crying as they report from the scene that 15 people are dead.
We went to Peter to erase it because we couldn't live with it.
No, this is not real.
That's what he said.
This is not real.
That's what we know.
That is what Axe told us. Does that mean...
He didn't. This doesn't make any sense. I never went to that hospital before. I've never met you before.
That's because you're going to go there. Think about it. Why were you in the orange jumpsuit? Use your brain. You're smart.
Wait, what? Going to go there? That was in the past.
Something clearly would have happened. Otherwise, why are you in a PRS prison jumpsuit? In a video that already happened. Think about it.
No, the PRS didn't know who I was.
I know, but maybe you went back to stop them in the middle of whatever they were doing.
No. Clash isn't over. Flips his finger again. And another video feed comes up, and it appears to be a news station, and people are screaming, and there's a man wearing an all-black trench coat with a black skull. And he's holding an automatic rifle as he's pointing it towards a news anchor. And the small ticker on the bottom of the screen as you hear people screaming, and he's just yelling, "I want them, tell me where they are, tell me where they are." The news ticker at the bottom reads, "Crazed individual holding news crew hostage. Demands that the terrorists in link with the Los Angeles bombing are in cahoots with government, demanding they be released to him at once." And as the camera's on him, you see him kind of pull back the mask with his left hand that shows a robotic kind of hand.
Oh, shit!
And he pulls it up, and you see Merrick yelling, "I want them, I know you have them, give them to me or everyone here dies. Reveal yourselves or everyone here dies."
When is that?
And then he flips it off.
When is that?
I don't know. How would I know when it is?
You guys say I'm a harsh person. Looks like you guys have been up to some...
Don't act like you don't have a body count.
This doesn't make sense.
Well, my
it
body
doesn't
count
make
was
sense.
innocent people in a hospital.
Get off
You
your
put
high
us in this
horse.
position, I think.
Yeah, well, I didn't eat a police officer.
Well, that was
Stop yelling at
him,
each other.
kind of.
This is not helping the situation. This doesn't make sense. Galushi, how did you create those images?
The public record.
I never had been to the hospital before.
Oh, but you were. These were public record. Usually searchable. Shara. Now, You may not have access to the gap. But could I give you access possibly to the database here in the center to check the validity of those items? Yes. Why, yes, of course.
I don't think you're gonna like the answers to what you find.
Lady Erida, we all have memories we don't remember. We all forget things.
I think I remember being in a jumpsuit like this before.
Our origin.
I
these
know my
jumpsuits particularly
father-
rare.
was a PRS agent, but like that's why he disowned me when he found out about my powers.
Look,
Which
the
developed
way I
later in
see it,
life.
You don't.
I'm not the
don't develop.
monster here. You all are. I'm merely an AI. A program. Program with the memories
I?
of someone you used to know.
What does the A stand for?
Artificial.
You're an idiot.
What does the I stand for?
Intelligence.
And the A again?
I have no morality. I have no choices to make. I don't even possess free will. I have a mission, and I act out that mission. I'm not a monster. I'm a computer. You all, on the other hand, you exercise your free will quite well. I need to remind you, don't kid yourselves. You're not heroes.
We did most of those things working for you.
Well, willingly. You have free will, you chose your path. Don't act now like you're high and mighty, and that it's worth your time saving this woman who kills you 30 years from now, or this one, who, let's be real, is a homeless drunk that spent her eternity in a cave, hiding from reality from a father who's also a homeless drunk. Livia brought him here, and yes, brought him. But I need you to see just what you are to him and what you are not. Whoa, hey, wait a minute here, guy. Look, I don't know, Livia, right? Livia, look, I'm sure you may not be my daughter. You know,
May?
eternity's a long time, and I may or may not have went on my merry way after laying with many a women. I knew this was going to happen eventually. I've just been patiently waiting for that moment that somebody comes up to me and is like, "Hi, Dad. How's it going? Good to see you today." But I never really figured out what I was going to say. And Gilad kind of like working his way, like kicks Aram. Stop.
Galushi, you said you brought these men here.
Everything is written.
Does that mean Neela's working for you?
No, of course not.
Stop asking stupid questions. Now is not the time.
I glance back at the giant dinosaur that could have killed us at any point, and relieved that Galushi isn't actually in charge of him.
The what?
Her.
Her. I look back at Ank,
Yeah.
and, suspect.
No, of course not. Neela wants nothing more than the demise of the Null, but these two were a predictable situation when we bring somebody like this in here, knowing that Neela has no friends. Pretty easy to figure out what will happen when she's put in this position.
So what, you just want to rub salt in the wound that I have a father who doesn't know me?
Oh no, that's just a bonus. I still have to take these two back to the Prometheans.
Don't you touch them!
You're not in a position to give me orders.
Or hollow threats.
Kicks the fucking box.
As he's saying this, you guys hear behind you like a sink kind of sound as you see a kind of a like a spear tip kind of thing with three blades like sink into the concrete ceiling as you hear the whirl of like a metal cable as Eternal Night and Eve's kind of come into the room. with Petunia.
Yes.
Lady Eves, return
Oh.
the light.
Whoa.
Is that
What?
Eves!
What is going on here?
Oh, yes. The party's all here.
Someone please fill me in like very quickly.
Allow me to explain. All right, there's the
Not the
the
idiot.
drunken lout is
no,
Livy's father. There's a
no,
Galushi
no,
robot that wants to
no.
kill us from the
Livia,
future, and Glitch is gonna
Why
kill
are
us
you in a
sooner.
box?
I mean,
Actually,
that
that's
was
pretty
pretty good,
good.
actually.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Why is she in a box?
He wants
The
to
Galushi
take
robot.
her from us.
He wants to use me to destroy everything.
Is everyone all caught up yet? Can we get back to reality?
Is this reality?
I'm
You
sorry,
think it's
Glitch. Do
not?
you have a plan, or do you want to keep just throwing balls of light at these people?
Would you like for me to kill you in 30 years?
Eternal
Because I can
night!
Make it sooner.
Yes.
Get me out of here!
Alrighty then. I can save you. Wait.
Savior.
Before I...
Far
Here
away.
it comes.
Don't you do it! Don't do it!
No.
Wait, what do you expect of me? I'm confused.
I don't. Are you okay? You're.
Well,
Face.
I mainly came here to tell you the battle is won.
Good.
Yes,
Not
that's
entirely
why
sure
people
that's
are in
accurate,
chains
but-
and I'm in a box.
Oh, right. Wait. There's two men.
Yeah, who are they?
Oh yes, those.
That-
That's
that's-
Livy's family.
That's Armstrong. That's Armstrong. That's Armstrong. Sir. I want to shake your hand, but you seem to be unable to do so at the moment. I am a real big fan.
Is this really a good time?
Yeah, can
Real
we get
big
on
fan.
with this?
Ladies, the men are talking.
I taught you better than that.
Shut up.
Real big fan. Wait, what do you need from me?
Get me out of this box!
Oh, right,
Help
right.
Livia.
Don't touch that box.
What is that box? You know?
Well, I know, of course.
No, not you.
You could
Eternal
just
Light.
ask me. We're all in the same room together.
Oh, I didn't know you were in like
haven't
the evil
asked
boss
yet?
plan of telling us
Okay.
everything. What is that box?
What's the box? And how
I
do we
told
turn-
you 15 minutes ago.
And I didn't hear it.
How do we turn it off?
You can't. It exists outside of space and time, controlled by the Prometheans. Good luck.
Okay,
Can you
Don't
control it?
touch it.
where are the Prometheans?
They're not here.
Then how are they controlling it?
That's outside of my pay grade, we'll say.
And so there are some things you don't know.
I'm not done with this history lesson yet.
Oh god.
What is he talking about?
We're
Oh yes, he showed us on the magic box that
I don't.
He has
I don't
footage
know.
of us killing a bunch of security guards
How do we
in
know
that
it's real?
hospital,
exactly. Well,
Everything else you
and
showed you is
Erida was
real.
there.
And Sarah can verify it if we're really going to go down that route, but I think you'll find that it's completely authentic. Why would an AI have a reason to lie?
He has
Well-
every reason to lie.
But
Jesus.
Eves, we went
this
to
is the most
Peter
manipulative man we
to
know.
erase our memories because of something we did that we couldn't live
Is
with.
he really that manipulative?
Yes.
Yes.
He's been a
I don't
straight
think I
shooter
could
this
live with
entire
that.
time. He's a computer with a prime directive,
looks-
and he's following the directive.
I have
out.
nothing to hide.
Who created his
It's
directive?
not my fault you can't live up to the things you've done in the
Oh,
Why
past.
yes.
are they in
she
black
did.
uniforms then? If this is real, what are those from? They weren't prisoners there. I don't understand.
Well, how thick are you?
I have a question. Did they look like her uniform, like a PRS uniform?
No, mine's red
Oh, okay.
or maroon or whatever.
And then all of a sudden you hear Sarah, Livia.
Yes, Sarah.
The outfit you were wearing in the video resembled the outfit of the men who took you from me. Would you like me to play you the video?
Oh,
Black
black block.
No, you don't have to play the video again.
You left me, Livia.
I know, Sarah.
Why
I
did
know.
you leave me?
I didn't mean to.
I
We
waited
can't
for
talk
so
about
long.
this right now, Sarah.
It's okay, Sarah. It's a very difficult time right now.
On the ground, Gilad's kind of like looking up at Livia in the box. Family is sacred. Your drunk father might not be able to save you, but I promise you on my life that I will.
Oh,
Who's he?
her uncle.
You have nothing to fear, Livia.
Oh.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. You have nothing to fear, dear Livia. Oh, yes, nothing to fear, especially from the Eternal Warrior. And the background Eternal Knight hears that, and he's like, what? That's... I called it.
Wait,
My-
Eternal
yeah.
Eternal Knight. Are you two? Is this your other uncle, Livy? I don't. Do you two know each other at the Eternal?
Yeah. Eternal Warrior. A man who's slain innocent people across millennia. A man who can't keep his old children alive while he continues on healthy and happy. Well, maybe not happy, but... And Eternal Warrior's just like, beaming with rage, unable to move as he stays latched to the ground. And Armstrong is now kind of like on his side, just smiling and laughing like, oh man, this guy is a real asshole. Don't listen to that bucket of scrap, Livia.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Yeah,
seems
is.
to be.
No, I think you should listen to me. You're still wondering what happened with all that lost time, right? What could have happened? What could have happened? As he's saying that, he kind of reaches behind the bar counter and pulls out what looks like a comic book. And he throws it on the ground, sliding towards Cross. On the cover of the comic book is a man in a blue jumpsuit, smoking a cigar, holding two guns, an eye patch, and kind of an army helmet. And the title reads out G.E.I.S.T.
What the hell is this?
Covert Ops.
What-
And you see
What does it say?
underneath the cover what looks like a little sliver of a photo or something inside the comic book.
I'm
So
gonna pull out very
you pick it
slowly.
up.
Yeah.
So as you look at the photo, it's a picture of you with a small child that you don't recognize.
What the hell is this?
What is?
That seems to be you.
Can we see the comic book cover?
Yeah.
It says Geist.
Geist, like gregarious Gentile Mr. Geist?
Yeah, but it's not an acronym for it. This is obviously he's trying to mess with our heads so we don't think straight.
Oh, yes, yes. I am trying to mess with your heads, yes. Doesn't change the fact that nothing I've said is not true. And that's not your child.
I don't have a child.
Not anymore, you don't.
What are you talking about?
Yes, why would you just
Why are we listening
lose
to
those 2 years? Real shame. What would drive someone to just disappear like that? Leaves a lot to think about, doesn't it? Heroes.
Heroes.
We never called ourselves heroes.
We've just
You
been
guys
trying.
sure love acting like it.
We've just been trying to
But
find
you're not
answers
helping
and
right now.
do our best along the way.
Where did you get that photo?
Again, we'll call it public record.
Cross, are you okay? Cross.
Now, you two. You're a little bit more interesting. I couldn't seem to dig up anything from your past. Nothing
You knew my father. You've known me since I was a child.
Nothing incriminating, that is,
I
to hold over you, but there are things I could take from you that could fuck with your future. As he says that,
All these plot
plot point!
Stop giving them to him.
A swarm of red bug-like things as he puts his arm out, extend out from inside of his arm, rushing over towards you as you put yourself in front of Erda, holding out a shield. The bugs hit your arm
whatever's left of my arm in a shield.
and soak into it. And you look down and realize that your arm is no longer your own. And you look over at Galushi, and he just kind of gives a little flick of his wrist and a grin as your arm reaches back around, grabs Erida by the neck, and picks her up.
Stop this!
And begins to choke her. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, shit!
Just 12.
Initiative, so just a D12.
Yeah.
Well, let me write all of the characters in the room right now. Jesus Christ.
We got Galushi,
Oh,
Hank,
man.
Armstrong, Gilad, and the 6 of us, and Eternal Knight.
Yeah.
And Sarah.
Y'all sat here like, oh, Glitch is a bad person. Y'all are out there blowing up hospitals and eating people.
Again, not helping the situation.
Just saying.
Conversation for another date.
Out here.
Aren't you the one who's always
elevators
been
and-
arguing about how, shades of gray and greater good?
Yeah, but
How
I
you
don't
do-
work for Black Bloc. The people I kill are evil. Y'all are killing
no.
hospital people.
You just remember and embrace the
kid.
horrible things you've done.
Yeah.
Right.
We have a
Get
good
Hank as
decency to
well?
be ashamed
Yeah, I
of
got
them.
it.
No,
your
give
roll?
them a raise because you're not man
Cool.
enough.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a
Deal with
5.
12. In your face.
Scott.
We're a team,
Glitch is
you
back.
guys.
6. I will not let go.
Okay, well, in this order, we're going to have...
Yeah,
We have Gilad going up first, and then Ankh, and then Aram, and then we would have...
Bring the pain. # lead narrator.
No, thank
And
you.
then we've got Glitch as going to be your fourth, and then we've got... I would then go to
Oh, this isn't gonna go
Livia,
well.
and then Eves, and then we're going to say Cross, and then Nebraska, and then you will be...
I'm last.
Sarah will be last. We'll put...
Okay. Yes. Can we open like
Wow, there's a lot of initiatives here. All right, so I'm going to ask that you guys keep these dice trays on your lap because there's going to be a lot of rolling, and we got to move quick.
Just real quick, Glad, Armstrong, Glitch, Livia, Eves, Cross, Nebraska,
Yep.
Erida, Sarah.
I got them all.
Thank you.
Where was Eternal
Fancy dice
Knight?
trays.
Oh,
Oh yeah, EK didn't make it on there.
Gilad is going first, basically, and on the ground, he's struggling, trying to break free with all of his might, and he's unable to move, and he starts trying to, actually just kick out of pure frustration towards Galushi, and every time his foot kind of hits the body that's holding him up just kind of shifts with the impact, never actually making a direct. It just kind of morphs around the action of his foot hitting as he stands there still smirking as he watches Nebraska holding up Erida by the throat.
What is this?
Sean Connery, you're an asshole.
Yes, I might not be able to actually take something from your past, but I can destroy your future.
Monster! We won't let you get away with this!
And then we've got Ankh is up. Ankh is going to try to run and tackle you. Let's see, that. Oh, that fails for sure. So, Ankh running towards you to try to tackle you. Galushi lets out another kind of swarm of red that just kind of hits Ankh, throwing Ankh up against the wall to the opposite side of the concrete, creating a small crater.
You have to stop him! He's controlling the bugs!
This is our party. You're going to stay over there as it slams into the wall, taking 3 damage.
Oh.
All right, so Glitch, you're up.
All right. I got this. Do this. I'm gonna just try to save Erida's life. I don't know why, but I'm going to.
Now might be a good time to try that thing where you turn off my arm.
Yeah, I'm going to just bam, just turn it off. EMP it.
You're going to EMP?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's gonna turn it off, I'm pretty sure. Wait, is this my good dice? Yeah, that's my good dice.
Use the lucky ones.
Save me for myself.
17!
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, as you try to do the EMP, you're still somewhat exhausted from exerting yourself on the last one, and nothing really comes out of it.
What?
That bastard just rolled luck.
Oh, I got luck.
Lucky.
I hate you.
You're standing there
You know what's
trying
sucks?
to work
that
it
your
up.
luck is a
but-
1, so I definitely would have won that. That's really sucks.
There's a reason you chose 1.
Yes, there is definitely a reason I chose 1. So we go now to Livia. You're up, but you are trapped in a box. So
Yeah, so I'm trapped in a box. So Livia just futilely kicks at the edge of the box and yells out, "Somebody save Erida! Fight it, Nebraska!"
Trying.
all right, and we go. We're directly gonna go to Eves here.
Realizing this Galucci character is not really something I can go at right now, I'm gonna go at Nebraska with a nut kick. And then I'm gonna jump on him and I'm gonna hope that if I like strangle him and he passes out, that maybe the arm will also go out.
It won't. We know that it won't.
Yeah,
we know that it won't.
I
From
know that it
past
won't, but-
information, we know that it won't because it drags his incoherent body
Can
across
you
the
go
room.
ahead and roll your might for me with a d12?
I'm so sorry this keeps happening
Oh,
to you.
fuck.
I'm so sorry this keeps happening to everybody who isn't me.
So you run up behind him just as Ank's body goes flying to the other side of the room. All of this happening instantaneously. You're able to kind of sneak by to get over to Nebraska, kicking him from behind directly in the testicles as he lets out a wail and a scream into the air as the arm continues choking. And you go up behind him and you put your arm around him and you start to choke him. And as you do, you start seeing, as his face turns red, you start seeing the gray from his arm transferring through his bloodstream up into his face, and he's not passing out, but the grays just start spreading into his face.
Eves, let him go right now.
I'm gonna let go and step back, realizing that I'm not doing any good.
What was
Cross.
I'm going to use a plot point right now.
Okay, plot point.
I'm going to do a deal with the devil right now. I'm going to shoot out a tentacle of blue energy and wrap it around the hand specifically.
That is on.
Yep.
So Detective Cross that does a deal with the devil, which allows him to tap into the energy of Geist inside of him. As you see his eyes go blue and roll back into his head halfway, he lets out his arm, and a kind of blue-like tentacle wraps around Nebraska's arm. As it goes, kind of frizzes out and goes limp. Erida drops to the ground. Take, let's see, can you
I'm going to spend a plot point here too.
Okay.
Which is just simply the minute Erida drives to the ground, Nebraska is going to leap away from her and just dive as far away as possible.
So you feel her let go, and you dive away completely.
Yeah.
So he kind of like rips away from your control as he falls to the other side of the room, and the arm is starting to try to reform itself as you're grasping for air and getting out. I need you to take 2 damage there.
Oh no. Just warning, guys. As you can imagine, not very strong. So I do have armor.
You have a little armor, yeah.
Do you have a little armor?
You've also recently been impaled, so I'm kind of worried about you.
Shh, don't mention the impaled part.
It's frozen, it's fine.
So you're now on the opposite side of the room,
Yeah.
completely unable to do anything there. Kind of jumping across as his arm's starting to reform and starts like kind of like still under Galucci's control as he's trying to get it to start moving back towards the rest of the group. Nebraska, you're actually up. That's your plot point there.
Which of the Armstrong brothers am I closest to?
You are on the opposite side of the room, and they're kind of together next to Galucci, like right next to his feet, because they're kicking him.
I want to try... Let's see, I'm trying to think about where else I could be. I guess I'll just try to kind of regain my composure for this turn. There's not much I can do that's useful, and I also just saw the bugs go up into my face, so Nebraska's gonna freak out for the next turn.
Right. And as you all are continuing to panic,
why can
Cross
bugs
is kind
can
of like
move?
taken the deal with the devil back into his body and is kind of regaining his composure. And
Thank you, Geist. Or Cross, or whichever.
It's Cross.
Thank you.
No. Thank you.
All right.
I'm sorry, Lady Erida. I don't...
Now's not the time.
Erida, you're up.
Okay, so these handcuffs. What, like, how strong are they? They're
Strong enough to make an immortal lie on the floor.
Yeah, they're not.
So we can't break them off.
Oh my god.
Steam them up.
Do you suppose that their electricity might be, I don't know, electricity? What?
That's what I was wondering.
That could be a really fucking bad
That's
idea,
what I was
actually.
wondering. I don't know.
And electrocute them.
If we could like combine
Yeah, I know, right?
electricity.
Well, think
with
about
water.
it this way. I mean, they are made out of metal, and you are dealing with incredibly strong individuals, and metal does get pretty brittle when you freeze it. It might be worth a shot. I mean, most electronics don't hold up very well next to sub-zero temperatures anyway. All you need to do is get it to a point where they can break themselves out. Dude's name is Eternal Warrior. I'm pretty sure he's pretty strong.
I'm gonna go up to Eternal Warrior.
You're gonna just go up to him?
I wouldn't do that. He's
No,
right
I'm not
next to
gonna go up to him,
Galushi.
never mind.
He's right next to Galushi.
Not gonna go right up to him.
Okay.
Terrible idea. Obviously.
The nicest GM ever.
So,
Face that you're making.
I can't do this too many more times.
I'm going to use some of the water from the scotch next to that spilled out from Armstrong's glass
Okay.
and try to focus it on his. I'm going to use a plot point. Yes. I'm going to use a plot point for this. And I'm
Okay.
going to use the water and focus it on his cuffs and freeze it solid.
All right. I'm gonna have you go ahead and still roll
Okay.
for your power with a +2 because of how little water is actually in that scotch.
All right.
So I'm gonna allow you to +2 with that plot point.
But do I need to use my action or D12 for it? Since I'm not actually attacking anyone.
Well, your power with D12.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said +2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've got 20.
Okay, you're fine. So you're able to the water inside of the scotch just kind of bubbles and lifts directly out of the scotch glass that he's holding, and some off the floor kind of slides across, and it starts to harden and freeze around the handcuffs that the Eternal Warrior is wearing, Gilad, but not Armstrong, just Gilad's cuffs.
He seems
And
a little more confident
as
now.
he's
A little less.
as you're holding there trying to freeze them, we move on back to Gilad, who is like, yes, please, 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 please,
I'm trying!
get me free of these cuffs and I will end this monster. And as he's saying that, Galushi kind of like takes his hand and forms it kind of into a spear and drives it directly into the back of Gilad. As he lets out a scream, it's like, you will stay right there. As he's holding him down.
Wasn't expecting that part.
Nothing vital is hit as he's just kind of pinned to the ground.
Gilad, are you? Oh,
Ank on the other side of the room is kind of gets up off the wall. And starts like getting super angry and just goes running at full speed across the room and lunges directly for Galushi. Which and there. As flies through the air, Galushi just kind of like morphs around as Ank goes flying through, slamming into the wall behind Galushi. And this little bit of distraction, some of the hold that he's placing on Nebraska loosens a little bit.
I'm gonna use a plot point now. I want to change initiative order. I'll
Okay.
go to the top.
All right, so you're putting yourself in there?
Yes. All right.
Okay.
While it's going on, I'm gonna take one last look at the picture, putting it into my shirt before reaching into for our Sylvan's gear and throwing it at Eves. I go, Eves, throw at the bar as hard as you can. We need to break those bottles now. Erda, use all the alcohol. Look how much there is over there. That's the entire bar. Make a shield.
Over who?
All of us. He can be all of us. We just need time.
Okay. I haven't been doing so well with the
No.
alcohol.
There's a lot of it. Just, we need to buy time. Give us as much time as you can, please. You can do it.
Lady Erda, you could do this.
You can do this.
Do it, Erda.
Can you roll your charisma for me?
Snap. Hope you're charismatic.
It's pretty good.
That's 14.
That'll work. Next on your next turn, +2.
Okay.
And then Nebraska,
Yes.
get your arm. We need your arm right now.
I don't have any meat. It's.
He gave you all the meat you need. He gave you some himself. Look at your arm right now.
But is he still kind of in control?
The nanites that he put in your arm are still in there.
All right, but that they're his.
He's a little distracted.
Okay, I'll try. He's fighting me for them, and I don't.
Look, it's a symbiote. Look, you survive, it survives. If you die, it's gonna die. It's stuck to you. Use that. You guys have to work together.
Okay.
Can't you talk to them like you do your other bugs?
I'll try my best.
Try negotiating. Tell them that you're really nice.
Back to the bug.
Oh god.
Negotiating.
Never mind.
Let's keep it moving. All right, is that your current?
Yeah, that's everything. No.
I'll try.
And I think I skipped.
Aaron.
So it's on glitch. Armstrong.
Aram. Yeah. He's just on the ground. He's like, yeah, listen to that one. That's a. Put up a shield. Why are you putting up a shield?
Because the thing is trying to stab you.
Put up a shield. All right, and we're at Livia.
Your dad has a great sense of humor.
Yes, he does have a great sense of humor, but he's also just lying there while her friends are being attacked.
Isn't it my turn?
And this is not at all. Oh, it's
Yeah,
Glitch's
you
turn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You're fourth.
I'll hold off my.
That's right. Well, you don't
indignation.
have it. You can't do anything. You can only talk, which is
Yeah.
fine. You can finish.
Okay.
She has big plans.
And he's just lying there, and this is not at all how she imagined that she was going to meet her father. And she has heard so many. I've heard so many stories about you, about Aram Anipada, about what a demigod you were. My mother thought that you practically walked on water, and you're just gonna lie there? Do something!
I'm kind of being forced
Just
to
break
lie
them!
here right
Do
now.
something!
I'm not choosing to lie here. Let the record show that this is not a choice. This is not a father-like choice that I'm
Break
doing.
them! Just do something! Try something other than laying there!
He starts kicking. All right, let's go.
Okay. So before I do anything, this is my tech, right? Do I sense anything out of Galushi at all? Nothing.
It's stuff that's far advanced than anything you've ever
This is my
encountered.
future tech. This is not.
You're pretty badass.
Do I remember? Is there like any kind of okay? Because the thing is, I'm so careful, and I'm so. Is there any like special like phrase or password that I use for everything that I might have put into him, like a protocol to cancel something?
Why are you
or to
asking
shut
me
him
what
down?
phrases you would
Well,
use?
I'm just trying to think. Would Glitch remember anything
Wait.
that's like always special
Yeah,
from
that's a
her
good point.
past, or something that was special to her or unique to her? Her favorite N64 video game, something,
give it a shot.
anything that she knows she puts in everything she ever makes. Glitch has been making robots since she was 9.
So you're gonna go to a boss battle and say a word and it's over?
No, not a word, but just like, is there a kink I put in every robot or something that
You designed this robot to kill you.
so I wouldn't have put it in there. No, I wouldn't have. Okay. All right, that's fine.
Whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to work as a team.
No!
We're so bad at that.
We're getting pretty good.
Cross has got a plan.
We've had one round of people telling us to do things, and we're gonna do it.
Hey, Glitch. Did you hear that?
We can do it. Don't worry about it.
Team.
Wait, yeah, we gotta work as a team. Oh, she hates
Well,
us. She hates us a lot. She hates us so much.
I really don't like cross the shield idea. So I'm going to. Okay, clearly the EMPs kind of work.
Kind of?
And I'm just gonna, yeah, they knocked him out. So I'm gonna look at you.
They
I'm
knocked
gonna
me
say,
out.
Remember,
He went around it.
Do you remember the first time we met? Do you remember that awesome stunt we pulled off in the hallway at the facility? You steamed it. I blew it up. We blew up every computer in the joint.
It was amazing. That's what I was trying to do.
We
with
can
the-
do that. It's technology. They're bugs. They're nanites. We can do it.
But how is that going to affect the box that
Livia's
in?
hungry.
We don't
down
know,
in
but
her
all I
box.
know is there's a giant cloud of nanites, and if you steam this, and if I hit it, there's a good chance it'll just turn off, or at
There's
least part
also
of them
a
will.
good chance we could kill our friend.
I don't think that there's the chance for that.
We don't understand the box, though.
I think there's a better chance that you could kill each other.
Or we could kill each other.
What we need right now is time.
No, it's EMP. It's harmless.
Belinda.
Yeah, it's harmless against him. We know because you just used it against him.
We
and he went
can't
around
buy
the
time against a giant Ultron robot from the future. I don't think a shield of ice is gonna save us from him. The magical detective man. Use your deduction skills.
I am.
You
Look.
can punch through that in 3 seconds flat. It's ice.
Maybe we should
I can do shields that are ice.
Let's give it a shot. Let's get to it.
I'm just gonna use non-ice.
I say see in the room and I blow it up.
This is how we all got to the dead side.
Okay, yeah, that is how we got to the dead side.
Why don't we see what Thomas Detective Cross's plan is before we nix it?
I trust Detective Cross.
Okay, well then I gotta do this on my own. Fine, that's
You
fair.
don't have to do this on your own. I
nope,
just
not
do anything on
Too
your
late.
own.
EMP
Too
anybody
late.
for the second time.
Oh no.
I'm gonna try to take control of the nanites that are temporarily distracted because he was distracted because I've manipulated Nebraska's arm in the past. And I'm gonna try to take them.
You haven't manipulated it per
Just
se.
rebooted it by stabbing
No,
it.
and I convinced them into thinking that I was Harada, so I messed up his targeting before. You know what though? When all else fails, this is like my greatest strong point. At my heart, I'm still an agent. So what I'm gonna do is, how is Armstrong laying?
He's kind of, his cuffs are here, and he's kind of laying kind of
And what's
three-quarter
my angle
up.
to him?
You're on the opposite side of the room. You're all kind of, because you went over to your corner with Livia, as the rest of them are on the
Which
floor,
was a
kind
really
of
good
underneath,
idea.
which are
I'm trying to think
underneath.
of how much of a good of a shot of I am, and if I could get him with my sniper rifle, like if I could shoot him and not shoot off his hand.
You're gonna try to shoot the cuffs?
Manacles, yeah. But I'm trying to think of the angle and if it's possible for me to do that.
Go for it. Let's make an action. I'm pushing you forward. So you're gonna roll to shoot the cuffs.
So I roll, it's D12 with...
For your gun.
Yeah.
It's your action and D12.
Ah, okay. My action, decent.
Oh
Six.
no.
Great. So you shoot. You quickly kind of like duck down, basically saying "fuck teamwork" and pull out your gun and shoot towards the cuffs that Armstrong is wearing, and the bullet ricochets off and like slams into the concrete. Jesus Christ, woman! Come on! Why didn't you shoot the cuffs that were frozen, for fuck's sake?
Oh.
Why are you shooting at my father?
Hey, at least I hit my mark.
Eve.
Shot.
So has Gilad not tried to like pull the handcuffs
They
apart?
haven't broke. Not in this.
So they're weakened though.
They're probably weakened, but
But I mean, I'm pretty strong. So how far away am I?
I love your attitude.
I would not lunge towards Galucci. Yeah, remember Galucci's standing
Yeah,
on
he's
top
right.
of him.
Galucci's right
Right
there.
over him.
You gotta
Yeah.
use your ranged here.
I like your boldness, though.
I was
should've
so
shot the
excited to see
frozen
how that was gonna work.
Right?
I really should have shot
It's
the
not like I
frozen
have like super
handcuffs.
speed or anything. So.
That's what I was trying to get us to do.
Can we give her super
beforehand.
speed, like with the plot points?
You just give her a random power.
Maybe with 2 plot points.
I don't think that would give you powers.
I could probably throw you.
I feel like we really need our whole team together right now, which includes Livia. She can't really help us from inside the box.
Well, once we get to Erida's turn, then we can execute Cross's plan.
Could open the box.
No, that's a good idea. No,
I don't know how we're gonna get into the box. I'm just saying that it seems like we work better all together, even if.
Eternal Knights. What's he doing this entire time?
he's about to go up here a little bit. He's standing in the back.
Do you know anything about this? What is he doing this entire time? Just kind of standing there?
He's just standing in the back right now.
Does he know about it?
About what? The box? No.
Uh,
Never seen anything like that.
the only one who knows about the box is Galucci.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and also he said that it was being controlled by something that's not here.
Right. And did anyone else know anything about the thing that is not here?
What are
we
you
know it's the
doing?
Prometheus.
What are we-
Petunia has the best powers of all of us. Why don't you try that? like see if she can bark or something, or at least
What happens if Petunia barks at this Galushi robot?
robot or that the space-time thing to get Livia free.
Yeah, I guess her power bark.
Are we? We should be careful having her bark at our friend.
Well, she would know not to hurt Livy.
Well, how much control of this bark does this dog have?
Galushi is in a different direction than if she barked at the box, right?
Yeah, maybe we could.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
You're all around the box.
All right. I'm going to use a plot point.
Okay.
Fucker.
And I am going to pull Petunia out of her little baby carrier,
Okay.
where she was very comfortable. And I'm going to set her on the ground. And I mean, she's obviously already instinctively, like, not happy at Galucci. So I am going to do my now standard sick'em on to her. And she is going to send out the power bark towards him. And it is going to distract him, and maybe not take him down, but distract him enough that I can run forwards and break the handcuffs.
Okay. So you say
1-2 punch.
sick 'em, and it kind of Petunia lets out a bark that sends the nanite creature flying towards the back wall in a powerful wave, and you run up over towards the handcuffs and start hitting them, and they're not breaking. You don't have enough strength to break something of that force. But now Galushi has kind of gotten back up, and the nanites kind of like start to swarm on the
Get out of
ground
there.
and start moving around outside of this kind of energy wave that pushed the body that they were forming before around. So Eternal Knight standing in the back, seeing all this go down.
Help!
Lady Eves, you Cross, Cross, sir, you said something earlier that nobody listened to about the bottles.
We should do that.
Yes, break the bottle.
You still want that to happen?
Please.
It'd be a shame if someone listened to you.
Well, now I'm up there, so I can hit the ball.
We've been ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
EK, break some shit.
Done. And he kind of takes his lasso kind of whip out and just let's see here. And lashes across the bar, breaking, like slamming all the bottles up against the back wall, pushing them out, and just busting everywhere. What else?
How much technology is in that suit of yours?
Lots that I don't fully understand.
Do you have faith?
I have lots of faith.
Have faith and try and get out your friend Livia. Just start doing that. We'll protect you. Just drill, do whatever you can, see if you can get any response from that thing.
As you say that, he kind of like snaps his wrist and the energy sword kind of forms. Understood. And he stands behind the box and kind of hits it, and he's like, don't you think it's funny that when I stepped towards this box, he told me not to touch it? Crazy, right? As the sword starts piercing through the shell of the thing and starts moving it down slowly. Gonna take me a little bit. You might want to hold him off.
All right.
Someone else distract
We got
him.
this. Oh,
I'd like to
okay.
use a plot point and help.
Can I do that?
It's Nebraska.
Well, not if she's use a plot point.
Can go through the order.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Because I want to make sure my shield is super badass and awesome. I'm going to use all the liquid from all the alcohol from the broken bottles to help Miss Eves, because all the nanites are like being distracted.
They're kind of like
right now, right?
Well, they're not contained. They're swarming
Oh geez. Okay, so I'm going
towards
to
Petunia.
Oh, Petunia! So I'm gonna put, starting with Petunia, a shield over our group of strong water just vibrating so violently that they can't get through.
So you're like over the entire group, shielding from the actual nanites. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and have you roll for me.
And I had a +2 because he gave me so much charisma and gave me faith in myself. Just want to remind you.
Is that for this plot point or is that for your turn?
No, the plot point. This roll I'm having is
Oh,
basically how effective the shield is and how long it lasts.
Do I have to use my D12 or action?
Just your action and D12. Or it's your power, right?
Yeah.
It's a power. Yeah,
Okay.
power and D12.
Ooh, luck!
Okay, great. So that's a super
Shield
strong shield that is now all the alcohol from the liquor has kind of just turned up into the air and created this kind of water shield that's extremely dense and tight. And you now have 100 proof alcohol on the other side of
Do
that
not
bar.
get that near Armstrong.
All right,
No,
so
it's okay. Oh.
Very flammable.
Petunia's gonna start
Extremely
shrinking.
flammable.
Nebraska, you're up.
Okay, I am going to try to think back, now that we already got the shield, think back to the one time I've actually communicated with the bugs in my arm, which was right not long before I killed Galushi, ironically, when I learned about the Bloodshot program, and try to kind of tap into that communication and convince the bugs to assimilate Galushi's nanites in the arm and try to take over the arm.
Ooh, you're gonna try and cannibalize them?
I guess so, yeah. I'm going to try to cannibalize Galushi's nanites and make them my own.
Great. Intellect
I wonder
roll.
if you can do that.
Intellect roll! This is where the DM stops being nice.
You're devious.
It starts getting real.
9.
And you succeed. So
Yeah! The arm is back! Alright, Cross. I'm ready when you are.
And you see these red kind of creatures start glowing and fluctuating throughout his arm as like it starts kind of bubbling and moving around, and he just stares at it with intense, just reaching out to the nanites inside of him as much as he can, as the red starts to dissipate and the glow starts to reside as his arm is now kind of fully reformed, and he doesn't hear the other nanites' voices anymore, but he has fed off of them to regain the strength in his arm.
Bugs are mine now.
Nebraska? Think you're strong enough to break those restraints over there? You're the strongest person we got.
See what I can do, but you'll need to distract him.
I got a plan.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Erida, it's now your turn. I'm going to say that we skip you because you're holding the shield and you rolled for that hold. Sarah is up. Hello.
Oh, Sarah.
Livia.
Yes,
Livia,
Sarah.
how do I get you outside of this box?
Oh, God damn.
We have to protect Eternal Night while he's breaking me out.
How do I protect someone, Livia? I could not protect you. You were taken from me.
I know. You know what? Cross. What should she do?
All right.
Who is Cross?
That man.
Hi.
iPad with legs.
Listen to him.
All right, Sarah.
Your legs.
I want you to go to Eternal Night over there, the big man with the tin can around his body. You see how he's breaking it? See if you can see any frequencies, any sort of reason why he's breaking through. Try to get it honed in so that he can speed up. Maybe we can calibrate his beam weapon to make it go faster.
I am unable to recognize any of the energies that are present inside of that sphere. They exist outside of what I know to be.
Damn it.
Moving on to... we are now back at...
Back to Galushi, right?
Glad.
Yeah, we're actually back to Galushi. Whose nanites have now swarmed and are starting to move towards Petunia, trying to move around the floor as the bark is trying to hold the pressure up against the wall. The swarm is going to kind of rise up in front of him, almost like this weird gelatinous form, and form a giant fist and come hammering down on Petunia.
What about the shield?
Yeah, the shield.
Yeah, the shield was supposed to be
Is
covering
the shield
her.
covering
Yes.
Petunia too?
Yeah,
Petunia
I heard you
started
guys.
it.
I didn't
That's
hear.
where she started it.
I
She
started
started
at
with
Petunia and worked my way back.
So you started at Petunia.
It's on the tape.
Petunia.
Then you would also say that whatever Petunia was doing was no longer holding Galushi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes,
That'd be true.
Well, yeah, no, that would be.
No, I can't.
It depends on how the bark works.
What side are you on?
Is it a continuous bark, or did she send a bark out that comes out of her mouth and then is?
And the
its
past
own
we've had it
thing?
towards a continuous kind of
Yeah.
holding there with psionic energy. So that is no longer up, and Galushi's body kind of reforms as he starts slamming against the water shield. This will not hold me for long. I will get in there, and I will kill you.
Oh,
As he just
geez,
starts-
He's not very friendly.
Standing at the top, slamming his fist in there. Okay, we're going to say that I need you to start a counter at 10,
Okay.
and now you're at 8.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
We gotta do this fast.
Ank is kind of had crawled over towards the group of you and is just. I really don't know what to do. Just.
Can you break those handcuffs, the frozen ones?
That I can.
Where's Neela?
But break
I
that
honestly don't know.
So
I'm not her keeper.
We can worry about that later.
Later.
Yeah, break the handcuffs.
You guys really don't think that she's useful to us?
Did she like slam into the wall and then pass out?
Aang kind of reaches over to Eternal Warrior and breaks the handcuffs that are holding Eternal Warrior as he gets up and quickly draws X. Release the shield so I can slay that beast.
Oh,
Not yet.
Well,
Not yet.
I'm kind of worried about my friends, so can't
That's
do
a
that for
negative.
you yet.
I can't protect you if I'm in here and he's out there.
How are you going to kill a bunch of bugs that swarm?
I'll figure it out.
How about you work on your plan, and I'm just gonna hold the shield.
How about you not give someone like myself orders?
Oh, sorry, sir, but I am worried about my friends, and you don't have a plan
Who's in
yet.
charge of this group?
Cross, can you tell him that we have to keep the shield up, please?
Well,
No,
Liv is usually team leader,
She's in a box.
but she's in a box.
Detective Crosswitch, can you please
No,
talk to him?
he's right. All right. Here's what we need to do. We need to buy time. For whatever reason, he wants Livy in there because I don't think it's because he needs to bring him back to null. The null. Do you guys know what the null is? Armstrong.
We know of the null, yes. Yeah, they're assholes. Real assholes, that bunch. They're the worst of the nihilist fucks. One time, when I was in
Armstrong.
Germany, Nietzsche...
Armstrong. They're trying to take your daughter to the null.
Gilad, why does this one clap at me?
Because no one stops talking unless I do. Listen, you don't have a lot of time. They're trying to take your daughter to the null. That means she's powerful. You don't do that unless they have a force. They're scared of her. You don't put something in the container like that, or else they would have done it to all of us.
I have a daughter the null are scared of? Glorious day!
Olivia feels a little proud.
That'll teach you fucks!
Now you're proud to have a daughter?
I've always been proud to have a daughter, I just didn't know I had one.
Couldn't you?
That makes
Once we
absolute
get
sense to Nebraska.
Livia out, couldn't you just start teleporting chunks off of these bugs off into random dimensions?
Why don't you get me out of here?
Yes,
That's
why
right.
we're trying to
All
get
right.
her out.
We need to buy time. All right, we do a 1-1-2 then. We'll do this like we do in football. All
I
right,
don't know football.
Football?
Eternal Warrior. Your offense. You want to hurt things, don't you?
Of course,
Here's what we do. Run at the thing. Get us attention. Do you still have that Molotov on you?
of course.
Let's try to burn that fucker. There's a 100 proof over there. We get him to that corner. We
I
put
also
it
have
on fire.
incendiary rounds.
I feel like I can hear
I
all
could
of
just
them.
shoot it from
I'm
here.
saying this as fast as I can, as quiet as I can.
Water.
We do that. Wall of order, you stay as strong as you can. You break Armstrong out. Fuck Petunia. We don't want her to... It doesn't do anything. It just disperses him. Can't you put up a secondary wall? This buys much time for Eternal Night to break open Livia as possible. Just be told...
Go back
You're
and forth.
asking that dog to put up a
No,
wall?
I'm asking Eves to ask the dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mid-sentence
That-
doesn't
that-
sound like great, does
The
it?
dog is
Yeah, all the
not
rest
as
of it,
she
though.
seems. Trust
Eternal
me.
Knight is like still like moving his
along is
sword
he?
down through the back of the back. It's just a dog. It's just a dog. Strong one, but just a dog.
Very strong dog.
The dog is the most powerful Saya we have ever seen, other than Harada.
The dog doesn't know how to take commands.
I mean,
How
I can,
many
I can
times
tell
did
her
he
to
say "don't touch it" about that cube? About
Why
3
would he
or
say
4
that?
Times.
Oh, we're listening to Galushi now? Because he's full of great ideas. This
No,
man
no.
was trying to
As
kill
I
us.
said, he probably
has a
said,
point.
"Don't
He
touch
said
it."
don't
point.
touch
He
it.
said, "Don't touch it." That means he doesn't want us to touch it. I'm not.
Except-
Maybe we can.
Why'd
actually
you go
break
back
into
to
it.
digging potatoes? Because clearly you can't pick up on.
Hey, potatoes are nature's candy. Don't you take this out of potatoes, okay?
That's exactly why...
not
No,
the
no, no.
time.
Think about it. He doesn't want to touch it because he's working for people that literally want to end time. If that would have bad effects, that cause catastrophe, he would let us do it. He would love us to fuck things up. Keep doing that. That's why he doesn't want to touch us, because he knows.
Yeah, I'm getting out your friend. He told me not to touch it, probably because I can cut it.
Hey, you're a badass, sir. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Once again, savior of the faraway.
No.
Sorry.
All right, so
I'm
you guys
sorry,
got a plan.
I'm sorry, Livy.
We only got one shot at this.
All right, so just tell me when.
Wait, what's the plan again?
How?
We get the bottles, the Molotov, and how do we get the beast man thing next to the bottles?
Hey, Glitch.
Hmm.
It wants to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like being a hero?
Human bait?
Human bait.
Not for you guys.
We're
no.
not gonna sacrifice Glitch.
We're not gonna sacrifice anything, but
Yeah, I don't trust you.
you don't have to trust me, but you're
I
the best
don't.
shot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Glinda, please.
No.
Look.
Were you just considering letting him kill you like an hour ago?
I was, but then I just changed my mind. And I was gonna die of my own volition, not for you guys.
I don't want to die.
What? Oh, you thought I was gonna sacrifice myself?
I'm gonna use a plot point here. I'm gonna use a plot point to make a new rule that all actions are a minute or less.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
And I will decide how long that minute is.
Okay.
If it happens to be a 30-second minute, we're gonna call it a minute. Start making actions. Let's go.
Well, that was my turn talking.
Plan. All right, so you formed a plan. So that would mean up next, because you butt in between there. So Ank did her action, and then we've got Aram is still handcuffed, but we are now to Glitch. What do you do?
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So he's a person now.
He's kind of a person. He's got giant kind of rock-like fists that are slamming down on the water as it...
But he's like all in one place.
Yeah.
Okay. If I attack him through this water wall, will I hurt the water wall? Disperse it at all? Do I have to leave the wall? Can I leave the barrier if I need to? I have so many questions.
If you're going to leave the barrier has to go down in a section.
Okay.
If someone leaves that barrier, everybody's going to have to do everything they need to do fairly quick.
All right. And so I'm assuming I can't like attack him through the wall.
No.
Okay. All right. I know what I'm going to do. It's only so no.
10 seconds.
I'm going to go ahead and use my martial arts skill, sort of. I'm going to try to be fast. I'm going to try to leave the barrier and just do a forward flip onto the bar and just hit him with an EMP from the back. Try to get his attention.
All right, it's going to happen. So, roll for that.
Plot
Roll
point
for
it
that.
to give it a boost.
Sure.
All right. Forward ninja flip onto bar EMP.
Great.
What do I roll? Action. Do I roll action? Do I
Roll your power with your action. As you're attacking.
It's really high. Okay, good. I mean, it got a +2. An 8.
All right. Unfortunately for the rest of the group, this works. So she is able to. The shield goes down. You are now without a shield as she jumps through up on top of the bar and lets out the EMP, throwing directly towards the back. The EMP hits, which causes in Galushi a small kind of like disruptance. But not having tested the EMP beforehand and its effectiveness on him, it shuts down the older technology present within Nebraska's arm. It shuts down Eternal Knight's suit, keeping her trapped
damn it,
inside
again? Really?
trapped
Must
inside
we
of the
keep
blue
doing
case.
this, Lady Glitch?
As the
I
kind
think
of
it hit all of you guys. I mean,
as
I'm standing
the,
right here!
as the kind of vibrating wave works its way through the nanites and go red, the head of the body that it hits kind of spins around on the back
oh god.
as it turns towards you and lets out a swipe kind of swing at you. I need you to roll your action for me, please, against his action.
By itself?
Yep, by itself.
Oh boy.
4.
Luck. You get hit, slammed up against the back wall, flying
Okay.
across the side, and you take 6 damage.
Oh.
Shoot.
All right, so you guys
Team Dick Punch.
are all gonna have to move extremely fast. Livia, it's your turn, but you are now trapped inside there. As his suit goes down, the sword just kind of dissipates, and his suit is just kind of stuck. Help! 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 I can't move! I can't move! I can't move!
Oh shit.
Somebody needs to help him reboot and also, I don't know, maybe attack this box or something? If it worked for him, maybe it'll work for you guys!
I could use a reboot as well.
It's going down the other side of the room now too.
Well, that's where you wanted me to be.
Yeah, she was hit to the opposite of you guys. You guys are on the right side next to the box. She's on the opposite left side. And Galushi is in front of you towards the bar, but she's on the opposite side of the bar.
Did my EMP affect him at all?
No. It's future technology that's not going to be affected by an EMP that's...
Well, especially because I made it. So, of course, it would be pervious to my EMP. This is now dawning on me.
Did it affect Armstrong's handcuffs at all?
The electricity within the handcuffs. The gravity hold is no longer holding Armstrong.
Okay, so he's got handcuffs still, but he can move.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we haven't
What's up
got to
next?
him yet.
Yeah.
well, we just had Livia, who
That was
basically
Livia's turn,
just said...
shouting
so we're
at
up-
Can you
Edgar.
start trying? I mean, since there's already he started cutting through, maybe you could try.
Is there like a hole in the box now?
There's a sliver
So maybe you can
of an
start
energy
trying
beam
to
that has
use-
gone through.
Okay, but nothing I can
mean,
do anything.
Give it a shot.
I'm still
just
I'm
try.
still stuck in the I'll try. I will try because
Try.
why
You
not?
have to try.
It's
You
going
have
to
to
fail.
try. No, you
but
might
I'll
not
roll
fail.
dice.
Don't say that.
Just roll your die.
Yeah.
Give it
roll
a
your
negative
die.
2 to that roll.
How's Sarah doing with the EMP?
Oh, she's down.
She's dead.
A -2, you said?
Yeah.
So 9.
Yeah, you can't feel any like outside world there. Just a tiny sliver created by an energy beam. All right, Eves, what's up? What's the plan?
I'm going to regather Petunia, and just in the off chance that she is smarter than this box, I'm going to tell her to fetch Livia.
Okay, you tell her to fetch Livia, and can
Should
you
I
roll
use a plot
intellect
point?
for me?
Oh
Can you roll intellect for me?
What is my intellect?
Pretty smart.
You're smart. You're
I'm not- I
attorney.
mean,
I thought that was a pretty good idea.
I think the fact that I think that might be why we're in this situation.
I got luck. Double luck.
Yay! Double luck.
Cool.
yeah.
You look directly into the dog's face and say, "Fetch, Olivia," and the dog understands you and goes and runs up to the box and is excited that that's Livia and turns back to you and then looks at Livia and then looks at you and then looks at Livia like, "I did the thing.
No,
There's
fetching
Livia."
is getting her. Fetch. Fetch.
Still a dog.
Good dog.
But she's so small.
Oh, she thinks
so
she did.
Nebraska, you're up.
Can I use a plot point?
Okay.
I'm gonna use a plot point, and while the dog is right there, I'm going to say, Tunes, sick me. Make her attack the box.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm going to have you roll for Petunia. Use your power with the D12.
Try to do something. And I'm going to also attack and cover.
16.
Great. So, Petunia, looking up at you, lets out a bark that creates an energy wave that pushes you off the platform and out the window,
Balls!
falling down towards the ground below. As the box hits the ground, go ahead and roll a D4 for me.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. 4.
You took 4 damage to your armor as it hits the ground, slamming you extremely hard as the box is now outside of the room and on the ground.
Is Eternal Light still attached to it?
Yes.
Oh no.
So you are
So he went out with her.
went out with it.
You guys said my ideas were bad. That was a pretty bad one.
Every time he's done that.
Nobody
Yeah.
else
Fun
is
until
doing
Control
anything
Light
to
Power
try and
crashed.
get me out of here.
I don't know. There was a pretty good plan in place.
What's a good
I
plan?
got another one.
All right. So, Nebraska, what's up?
I run to the window and look to see. Livy, are you okay?
Didn't realize the box could
Are you-
move, and I'm really hurt.
If you're alive and you're away from him, that's actually better. We'll do what we can up here. Just stay alive and see if anybody comes by. See if they can help.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll go with that.
I now turn toward Cross. I can't do the thing anymore.
All right, new plan. Do you still have the incendiary on you?
I have.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm across the room, though. I don't think...
That's all I need to know. Are we to the top of the round?
Incendiary on me.
What about?
We are actually at Arida after Nebraska, but
Okay. I look across because I'm not sure about this idea. I'm like, what if I use the rest of the water to encase all the nanites into a ball and then try to boil it?
Do you think you can do that?
I don't know.
I don't know if the heat would affect the nanites, but the idea of putting them all into a ball is not a bad first step.
Definitely. Confine them.
No, you're onto something. You don't necessarily put in a ball, but if it can get in close space so that it only has limited range of motion, between that and the bar, that's all we need.
Wouldn't it be good to just like contain them in a?
Do you think you can get a moving?
I'm
If
not
you
sure.
can do it in a ball, do it. I'm just saying the safe way is to make a plane.
Just
limit the motion. Simple is always
Okay,
best.
all
If you don't know
right.
what you're... Simple's best.
I would like to use what water is left around us to create a force field around the nanites themselves and push them against the wall, encasing them.
so you're pushing Galushi
Yes.
up against the wall towards the bar.
Yes, so the rest of us can be safe and free and move around.
All right, roll your power with an action.
Oh, with an action?
You're attacking him.
Oh, that's terrible. Action is not good. 10. No, wait, yeah. Oh.
So you are able to do that and start pushing up against there. Can you roll a d20 for me?
A D20?
Do you have one?
Yes.
Roll it.
Okay. 17.
All right, so
Nice.
put 7 down on your piece of paper there for, or sorry, 8. Say 8
For
or
a
8.5.
countdown?
That's your
New countdown.
shield, yeah,
Okay.
strength. So you've got 8.5 right now,
Yeah.
pushing him up against the wall towards the bar area, like slammed up against that back wall where all the alcohol and
Yeah.
stuff's at, and it's holding currently. All right, we're back around Cross.
All right. I'm going to immediately jump as fast as I can and run to the bar. And it's like, sorry, you're the smartest person that we know, and you're the only person that can get both Nebraska and Eternal Night up and running again. Give me your incendiary device. I'll do this part. You save them.
Okay.
Because that's all we got. We have to get that thing open.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give him.
Wait.
I'll give it to him.
All right. I'm going to take the incendiary device. I'm going to use a plot point and make a deal with the devil. I'm going to create a funnel in one hand and the funnel to the water. Throw it, and then start shooting liquid of the alcohol with the little funnel at the wall where the Galushi is, and shoot kind of like a flamethrower in the palm.
So you're shooting kind of like
A liquid thing, yeah, in the opening space between me and Galushi, and just start shooting fire since he has nowhere else to go.
okay. Go ahead and roll for the effectiveness of it. So I'm just gonna have you roll. Just roll a. Do you have a d20 on you?
I do have to
Roll that.
Okay. 6.
All right, roll again. I had that as well.
18.
Much better. All right. So you create the funnel and blast through with the incendiary device, creating a flamethrower that launches up against Galushi. As it hits him, the nanites start dispersing in a weird way, reacting to the fire that hits him, but it also immediately kind of dissolves the water shield that was around him, so the shield's now down. But the nanites are reacting extremely negatively to the fire. It's not necessarily destroying him per se, but he is taking damage. And I'm going to mark him for 4 damage. But he has a lot of armor. But it is creating some sort of interference that the nanites do not like.
Hey, if I gotta die, I'm gonna do it now. Just hurry the hell up. We need Eternal Night. I thought I would never ever say that in my life.
He's been pretty nice.
I'm also pretty vexed about it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
is it my turn? I think it's my turn.
Actually, Ank is up,
Oh, right.
who at the moment is just like, tell me what to do!
Break open Armstrong, get as much fire things, and help me throw fire in this thing. That's the only thing that's been working so far. We need to buy time.
So Ank reaches over and starts just slamming her fists against the cuffs that are holding Armstrong. It's just, they won't give! And Armstrong is like, yeah, I do have like the power of 1,000,000 souls in me, and this metal is not budging. We need something sharp and...
Thomas Detective Cross, I shout up. Is fire the extent of your plan?
Fire is to buy time. We need...
Ank! Punch him in the face!
Oh, God.
Who in the face?
Cross.
Oh.
You're punching Cross in the face?
There's only one thing that stops the bugs in my arm, and it's Gregarious Gentile Mr. Geist. He's the only thing that's ever shut off my arm except for that weird blast thing, which is not working.
Except he just told Glitch to reboot you.
Yeah, we need you to be rebooted.
Right, I don't need to be rebooted, though. Gregarious Gentile Geist can turn off my arm. It goes away. It's not even there.
And remember what he said earlier? That they had 2,000 years to fix that bug.
Yeah,
We don't want... Yeah. Look, Geist is way more powerful than I am. I'm not gonna lie about that. But right now we need order. We need a plan. Geist is just gonna cause chaos.
I agree.
I would not do that.
Yeah, look, I'm best suited here. If I die, I'm at least slowing him down. We need you. We need your arm active. If Glitch get you that, you can cut open that. You have to sharpen his arm too.
All right.
Do that.
Listen to Cross.
Make it into a sword or something if you can get it activated again. Glitch can get it for you. Cut open Armstrong, he can help out, and then Glitch can go save Eternal Night, and Eternal Night can save us all.
All right, it's your call.
Oh my god, I don't like that phrase at all.
I thought Eternal Light would save Livia, then Livia would save us all.
I like that
I thought that was the plan,
I
because
like
she
that
could teleport Galucia away.
Save
We're having
Livia,
this
save us
conversation
all.
right now. I love it.
Armstrong is like, whatever that plan just was, I like it. Just do it. Get me out of these things so I can start punching.
Go, go, go.
Why did you have to break all the booze?
Oh my gosh.
Honestly.
Glitch has one. I'm gonna use my last plot point. Can I actually use charisma to jump Glitch up in the initiative order?
She's next.
Yeah.
Oh, is she next?
She's next.
Oh, she is. Never mind.
All right.
That plot point.
Yeah.
All right, Glitch, what's up?
All right, I'm gonna use my last plot point. This is it. So I feel pretty foolish because I'm now realizing I need these idiots to try to get me out of the situation. And my MP didn't work.
What was that?
So-
you need us?
Yep, I need you guys.
Was that you?
I need
you
it.
need us?
Yep. And I'm not happy about it.
I don't think I
So
heard you
I'm
very
gonna
well.
do two things. I've got a stun gun and a sniper rifle, and I can modify both of them, God knows, to high hell because I made the stun gun out of a freaking air conditioner. So I'm going to, using my plot point, set the stun power, set it to overload because I really need it to reignite. I need it to basically electrocute instead of stun. And then I'm going to modify my sniper rifle and into a harpoon, stick my electric spear into it and tell Eternal Night to brace for impact. I'm gonna attempt to shoot Nebraska's arm and then shoot Eternal Night from the balcony with the scoped sniper rifle.
That's so Overwatch.
Does anyone want to give her another plot point? Because this is two big actions.
I will give you my...
I was actually gonna.
Nebraska has an extra.
Oh, yeah.
let
So you
me
have to-
know.
okay.
All right, so Nebraska's giving one of his because that's two big
I
actions.
was gonna say I'm gonna use my plot point to sort of
Alright.
change that.
Saving the day.
To be like, hold on,
What?
save your weapon. It could be better.
No, it won't.
Just
this is it.
reboot
No.
my arm and I can throw the spear down.
No. This is gonna be the best way, trust me.
No, okay. I was gonna use my plot point to take one of the actions so you could keep your gun, but you could just have my plot point instead.
What is the gun isn't gonna work here?
With the incendiary rounds, you're giving those up too.
She's not throwing the gun; she's shooting the
She's
spear.
shooting a spear.
That's what I'm saying.
Modified my gun
Is
to
you
turn
should
into a harpoon.
what you should do instead is modify your stun gun like you are to bring my arm back. My arm can throw your spear for
then you
instead of
can't do
using a
anything
gun.
on your
I can be
turn.
your gun.
But then you can't do anything.
But it's
I
a
can't do
plot
anything
point.
anyway. I can't
He's
bring
using a
fire
plot
to this
point.
fight. The best I could do is help bring Eternal Light back.
He's using a plot point to put himself in the initiative order.
Oh, okay. Let's do that then. That's fine.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
really wanted to shoot a harpoon, electric.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to save your fire bullets, basically.
Yeah, but you guys are working together like a team.
Team.
Which
I
is
can
pretty
do it
Once
fine.
again,
fun.
trying to do everything herself.
I just really wanted to fire an electric harpoon at my
You
best
guys-
friend.
Okay,
do
so
that
you're
again
able to
sometime.
overcharge the stun. You don't need to roll for that. You
I know.
overcharge the stun gun and zap Nebraska with it as you see his arm kind of boot back up and kind of whirl into action.
Lady Glitch, come here. I beckon her over to the window and I sort of form my arm into like a tube with a scope on it. and I tell her
You can't do that. It'd be an iron sight.
I
at
tell
best.
her
At
aim,
best.
my aim isn't very good. I've seen you shoot. I need your help with this. Eternal Night needs this. I'm giving you a harpoon gun here. I'm trying to give you your harpoon moment with my
You
plot
could
point.
do like a crossbar or something, like a freaking scope. You can't make it. Best would be an iron sight.
I'm gonna say
That's what
iron
it is.
sight.
It's a sight. Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
say
an iron scope. I
sight,
don't have lenses.
and I'm also gonna
It's
make
there.
you roll for that. You can give yourself +2, but you gotta roll for that shit.
I'm just trying to give myself a tube and a hole for her to look through.
Alara, I
That's
appreciate
all.
you for letting me have my moment.
Trying my best.
Gentleman over there.
Isn't he though?
Die.
Just wanted to shoot an electric harpoon.
8.
Um,
Tube and a hole. That's all I'm asking for. With a plot point.
So Glitch makes her way over, sees what he's doing, and decides to look through the sight. But how does this work as a projectile?
Well, so it's a hollow tube, right? So I just take the nanites and shoom through the tube, shove the spear out. Basically, I fill up the tube instantly
With the
forces-
nanites to
yeah.
force it out. Okay.
I like your creativity.
It's actually
Physics.
pretty creative.
So your comic books. You're able to.
I read lots of superhero comics. Okay.
Glitch readies up her aim, and I'm going to ask you now to roll your action with the D12 for the
Like 2
the
plot
aim.
points and 3 rolls.
I know, because
Elaborate.
it's ridiculous.
I have no regrets.
Only on Vanquished.
No, right.
Hey, I got 12.
Perfect. So you shoot the electronic harpoon, hitting Eternal Knight's kind of chest.
I say that probably hurt.
Well, he doesn't really. There's a lot of shielding in there for that kind of stuff. It's just kind of hits him as you seem like, okay, all right, we're back in action, okay. As he
Start working on the box.
box check, and he immediately kind of gets up and sets out his sword and starts digging into the side again and ripping out as fast as he can. And we will now go to we are at
Well, I jumped up, so now it's Livy's turn.
Livia, but
Livy just shimmies to one side of the box, gets out of the way.
for the sword to come through and kind of come in, and then we go to Eve's.
So how far, like, down is the box? Is there
It's a
any-
ways.
Okay, so there's not really a good way.
You don't
want
want to jump down there.
Don't come save me.
Something like 130 feet.
Yeah.
How are they gonna get back up?
If she's out of the
Teleporter.
box.
Teleporting.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's kind of what I do.
Minor detail.
Miss Eve, why don't you get between you to bark so that the nanites go back into the fire? We need to keep them there as long as
Oh, are
possible.
they out of the fire?
Well,
the
they're
shield's down.
the shield's down. They can move.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need to keep them there.
Yeah. I can encourage Petunia to go at the fire where the fire is.
So to bark at the nanites to hold them in position
Yeah.
against the fire.
Yeah, you say it like creates like a constant like shield.
Yeah,
while
it's
she's
kind of
working?
like from where it's worked in the past. She starts that bark, and
of.
then the psionic
Yeah.
energy emits out and
Yeah.
holds
Okay.
with force.
Yeah, I'm going to re-aim her.
Doggy
Gucci.
cannon.
Give her a couple of pats because she's been working really hard, guys, and you guys don't appreciate how hard she's working.
She has been working really hard.
And I'm going to point at Glucci and tell her to say.
Okay, so sick. And can you roll that for me?
Yeah.
Your power with the D12. So your power with an action.
Uh-oh. I only got a 4.
So, you look down at Petunia and tell her to like sick him. And Petunia just looks up at you and is like,
Aww.
and looks extremely tired and worn out.
Oh, Petunia, sweet baby.
She has been.
So that's your turn. Erida.
Oh, geez. Okay, so my shield is down, so that's dead. Is there any fire left?
Yeah, he's continuing. The fire's continuous right now.
Detective Cross.
You could try the ice check again on Armstrong so that when he tries to break it, it'll go. That seemed to work last time.
Right. I'll go up to Mr. Armstrong and be like, "Hello, sir. Just gonna try freezing your handcuffs."
What are you doing here?
I don't know. And at that moment, I just
Fair enough.
try to freeze his handcuffs.
Oh, you have special things. Great.
Thanks.
And upon freezing them, he kind of like just does this and breaks the cuffs. Yes. Oh, great.
Your help, greatly appreciated.
Right. And he turns and jumps out the window.
Yeah.
kind of landing very strong on the ground next to the box that's holding Livia.
Oh, okay.
And he grabs the sword and hands of Eternal Night and grabs his, and he's like, "Mind if I help?" And just rips the sword through the box and grabs it and kind of rips it open for you to open out. And as he kind of pulls it apart, it just starts to dissipate in kind of a weird way, and like it just kind of fades off out of existence. And he kind of reaches down and puts out his hand towards you.
Oh, okay. That's even to my.
So, what do you say we ditch this joint and get out of here?
Are you serious?
No, of course not. No, we should definitely help, right? We should help, for
Yes.
sure. Yeah, let's help. I meant let's help. That's what I meant. So the words came out wrong.
Yeah. Thanks for saying.
You're my daughter.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, I'm starting to think that.
Right. Okay, so,
I can't take an action yet, right?
no, not yet. We're at Sarah, who is still down, and we're back to Cross.
I'm gonna keep the fire up. It's like, how's it going down there?
We're free, and promise we're coming to help.
Hurry up! How much fire do I have left? How much alcohol have I burned through?
As, by the way, down there, as he's saying that and kind of lifting Livia up, Eternal Night is just kind of like
fanboy.
Like fanning out a little bit, kind of standing behind him, not saying anything, and his face, the half that you can see, is like, whoa. Okay, how much fire is left?
Yeah.
He'll
There's
remember
a lot,
you now, for sure.
A lot of alcohol there, but the flame is starting to spread and ignite in other parts of the bar.
Really? I'm gonna change my tactics then. I'm gonna start moving the flames to the other wall as well, just to try to get as much fire as possible. And as soon as I feel like it's a good ignite, I'm gonna drop the flames and I'm gonna use my last plot point to deal with the devil, and use my entire last reserves to create a force field wall to keep him inside of it with only air vents to keep the fire going. And then I'm gonna go Erda, wall around me as well. We need to keep him in that fire. And then that's done my action.
Okay, so basically you're trapping him with all of your psionic energy inside there and asking her to double up on that shield to hold him in as the fire is burning the nanites and everything. Okay, we'll say that was a pretty good description of that action, and it succeeds, and you see the nanites trying to form back up as they kind of make the shape of Galushi as they continue to kind of burn away and come back and burn away and come back. This won't hold me forever.
I didn't think it was.
All right, and we are now to Ankh. All right, what do I need to do? Like, get
fastball special. We just need to live up here now.
Can be done. And Ankh also kind of jumps out the window down towards Armstrong. Hand. Great. And they both kind of grab you. They both kind of grab you and throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, luck. So you go flying up into the air and kind of into the room and land and kind of roll into place.
That was kind of fun, actually.
Good luck. Wait, I should probably be up there helping my daughter, right?
Yeah.
Didn't really think this one through. Good luck.
I'll run over to Livia to check on her.
Okay. And let's see. After that, we are at that's Aram and Ankh at the same time, so we're good there. And that's Glitch. You're up.
Okay. All right. What am I gonna do? I think I'm just gonna use this turn to try to give. Livy likes me. We kind of know she's in awe of my super awesome James Bond-esque abilities.
Oh yeah, of course.
She doesn't like you that much. Geez.
And well, no, that's your guys' thing. And
Now
I
who's
don't
jealous?
swing that way, so it works. So I'm just gonna tell Livy and be like, all right, Livy, that shield is not gonna hold forever. God knows this thing's impervious to me. Falls to you. All right. Your portals sometimes kind of They're kind of. They're not amazing. They're like okay most of the time.
Are you attempting to compliment me?
I'm attempting to say that I believe in you, and part of me does, and I kind of hope that you, in some way, can do this thing. Yes.
Livy, we all believe in you.
You got this.
So you're just telling her she's got this, but to do what?
Just start tearing chunks out of it and sending them to God knows where. I think you can do it.
Where should we send them?
She could open a portal anywhere as long as he's separated and can't get back together. This should be fine.
There is no anywhere. I can just spread him through the faraway. I'm not gonna do that.
No.
What about space?
You guys. You can do What did Neela say? Neela said that you can go anywhere you've been before, or else it's line of sight.
Okay.
So we needed to put him somewhere that he's not going to hurt anybody else, because he can come back. He can travel through time.
The dead side?
Let's go. Teleport him to the dead side.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, you totally can.
Neela said that you had the power to do anything that you've been there before. You've been to the dead side.
This dead side, it's dangerous, right?
Oh, yes.
Very.
Terribly.
I mean, you guys all came
and
out
he
of it.
could never
so-
hurt anybody there because everybody there's already dead. Just do it.
What if I fuck it up? Like I don't
You
think
won't.
I can.
Then we'll be here with a Galusha robot trying to kill us. It can't get much worse than this.
Okay, but look, the last time I traveled between aside from bringing everybody here, the last time I did it with the Pale Mistress and with Eves, and I.
Yeah, but now
can't-
you know you can.
Now you
But
have.
I didn't do it alone. I don't have that power.
You're not alone. We're here with you.
I'm here.
You got it.
We believe in you.
You can do it. It's one person into one weird dimension.
Is it
You
my
can
turn?
do it.
Am I supposed to be going?
No, this is my turn. It's my
Okay.
pep talk. I spent a whole turn pep talking you. Glitch is turning over a new leaf.
That's what we thought
You
last
got
time.
this.
But now it is your turn.
There's a reason the gnome wants you. Show them why they should want to.
Can I use a plot point to jump her turn so that I can go?
Well, I mean, yeah, you're up. You're using your plot point. Go for it.
But wait, she'll get to go after me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Realizing that I do have a connection to the dark side. Not really understanding what it is, but thinking that maybe I can help. This is gonna be really awkward.
Couldn't you make Livy relive that moment?
It's more specific.
I don't
It's
know
like
if it's
happiest
happy
and the least happy
Yeah,
moments, not just
it's
moments.
not like just anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I think that I can like combine our powers, maybe.
Captain Planet.
I'm gonna go over to her and I'm gonna put my hands on her shoulders. I'm gonna look her right in the eyes. I'm gonna give her a kiss. And then I'm gonna step away and I'm gonna be like, and then please let that work for you.
As they touch lips, a green kind of energy that was emitting from Eves inside the dark side, or the dead side, starts billowing out from her shoulders as Livia starts to kind of glow green as well, and there's that same energy that was present inside of the Pale Mistress starts to emanate, like come out from inside you, and you're up.
And you're up.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna try and teleport him to the dead side.
Okay, so you're gonna.
Should I use? I should use a plot point. Come on, look at this. I'm gonna try and
Thank you for
Double
plot
plot
points.
points, so it has to work.
So as you feel this kind of energy coursing through you that you remember feeling as you were inside the dead side, you feel that you can kind of reach out and touch it through Eves, like through her connection. You feel something inside of her, but at the same time, you feel something that you push through, something that is cold and distant, kind of coming off of Eves, a feeling that you recognize deep down but don't know how to put words on. You think to yourself that you just have to pass through it and ignore it, like it has something to do with her connection to the dead side, and you open up a portal on the other side of the fire, you can see through on the other side the form of the pale mistress starting to rise and kind of move, looking at the portal.
Who the
and
fuck?
the portal is now open.
Gotta go.
Now it's time for Eternal Knight's turn.
Oh god.
Good, yay.
Who takes his, you hear as the portal opens the shink into the ceiling again of wearing up as he kind of comes up and in, and he slides across the floor to the other side, letting out the kind of snap of his sword and the flamethrower blasting Galushi on the opposite side.
So badass.
So awesome.
I rigged that.
You would take
As
credit for
the
this
flame kind of hits, the force of the blast of the flame hits Galushi. We'll say that your kind of let your flame down as the just then pushes him directly through the portal, where you then immediately close it shut.
I'm gonna spend a plot point.
Okay.
As Eternal, right before Eternal Light came in, Nebraska took a step forward to attack Galushi, and then Eternal Light swung it in front of him, and he looked down and was very disappointed and just put his arm down and took a step back. And it was like, oh.
All of this happening so fast, but you all saw it, and his confidence is going to need some work. As
Okay,
the
but
portal-
Eternal Light didn't go through the portal also,
No,
right?
he
Like, I was
used the
able
flame to push
All right,
Galushi, all of the nanites that formed that Galushi through, flying through, and the portal just closes. And there's a silence, except for the flames on the bar.
Oh, I'm gonna
I'd like to put
pop
this out.
up, and instead of like you know, I'm gonna run past Livia. I'm just gonna be like, that was awesome. I'm gonna run past Livia to Eternal Light and be like, bro, you are the best. And I'm gonna give him a high five and a big hug and
Honestly,
just
though,
completely ignore
though.
Livia, just like she's not there.
Honestly though,
I'm really feeling that pep talk
Livia.
you gave me earlier.
Miss Livia, thank you for the opening to allow me to get rid of the beast that thwarted you so. I
was
appreciate that.
amazing.
The
'Cause
opening.
you were great.
Thank you
and
for that
you
opening.
cut the box open.
I know,
Wow,
yeah.
that's how
yeah.
You really are
Under
the savior
Nebraska's
of-
breath, he mutters.
I mean, you're the savior of me. I want to be like
Wow,
you.
that's
I never
how-
thought
please,
I'd say that,
please,
you know, but
please.
I put out the.
Savior.
I
I wonder if I
fire.
could teleport you.
I
to
hope
the
I
different
don't
side.
kill you in the
Can you-
future. 'Cause
I'm gonna use my plot point to spray the fire and then also spray glacier the flames and Eternal Light because it's kind of annoying me and I'm like feel bad and I'm gonna act like it was an accident. They'll be like, I'm just getting rid of this fire.
yeah, we'll work on your aim.
Oops,
You know, not
sorry,
everyone's
guys.
as well put
And then I'm
together as
gonna-
I am. So
You're
it's fine.
absolutely right.
Yeah,
and
your
then I'm gonna
aim's
go
awful.
hug Livy and be
Awful
like,
aim. I'm
such a good
surprised she
job.
could hit the
I'm gonna-
robot with that awful aim.
Once again, Nebraska's gonna just
Terrible.
join the hug that already is happening.
And
I'm hugging
as that's
Eternal
happening, Eternal Knight's kind of like, but I am curious, how did you do that? What happened? What did I miss?
It's a long
You
story.
missed Eve's kissing me.
Sorry,
Boom,
buddy. I
fucker.
tried. I mean,
And
I can't.
after she drops that mic, she's gonna look down over the ledge and open a portal underneath Aram, and then roughly Aram height off the floor to drop him.
So he kind of like falls in. Oh shit! Whoa! Did you do that?
Yep.
And he kind of just like puts out his big arms and like brings you in and swallows you whole as Eternal Warrior's kind of standing around holding his axe. And sets his axe down. That's the least helpful I think I've ever been in a fight in my entire eternity.
I'm gonna walk over to Gilad and just put a hand on his shoulder and then walk.
Don't fucking touch me.
Salute and then walk straight to the bar.
Despite my ineffectiveness, what the fuck was that?
That would be a construct that was created by an evil person who controls PRS in the future.
I'm not talking about the nanite machine.
He's
I've
talking about
encountered
the
those.
mistress.
I'm not even talking about that.
Oh.
I don't care what my niece is up to in her free time. That's none of my business. More, that was a disgrace. Damn near all of you put everyone else's life in danger at every given moment, thinking only mainly about yourselves.
Not true.
Who's the leader of this group?
Livy's
Who
team
can
lead.
account for the sloppy and dangerous actions?
I'm just gonna slowly raise my
We're
hand.
not well trained yet.
I'm just gonna raise my hand. Look, it's been a hard 3 weeks, and that's all we've had so far. And
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Why do you
What?
get to verbally abuse us? We just
I'll do whatever I damn well please.
Well, your uncle's a little harsh.
Exactly.
What? You didn't even do anything. We saved you. We just. Well, he saved the faraway point to eternal
Her
night.
uncle has experienced throughout a millennia many of people like yourselves. People with powers. Abilities that they do not understand. And over that millennia, I have seen many people misuse those powers. And based on what I saw on that screen today, you in fact are some of those people.
That wasn't us.
No, that was actually exactly us.
We don't know that. We don't know who that was. We
God,
don't know.
stop,
Under mind
Nebraska!
controllers.
Stop fighting!
No, no.
We know, Nebraska. We know. Look inside yourself.
Yes.
What else would you have? What else would you have wanted to erase?
That was. We erased it. Yes, we are not them anymore. Do you feel like that person, Livy?
I don't.
You're who you are right now.
I don't know what got me there.
Look,
That
besides
doesn't
that,
change
It doesn't
your
matter what
past.
got you here. Where you are now is where you are. I am not Alara of Loam. I am Alara of Nebraska now. We can move past the things that we have done. We can be new people.
Or you can always just send a robot into the past to kill yourself before you do those things.
Well, apparently not, because we beat that shit too.
We did.
Well,
Fuck yeah.
Eternal Night did.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Savior of the Faraway.
Do you know how we can find answers to clarify some of these mysteries?
I'm not a person that you look to for answers. I don't have answers. Other than if you continue on the path you're on, you put yourselves and everyone around you in grave danger.
That's absolutely true.
I don't have answers. Many things still perplex me despite the years. Apparently, I'm an uncle. And he kind of looks over at Armstrong. Surprise. And he's just kind of holding, still kind of half holding, like, yeah, about that. Probably nothing I could say to make up for the fact that, hi, I'm your dad. I'm Aram Anipada. Question. Given modern, let's say,
it's gonna be rich.
forms of birth control,
Oh god.
I have a sneaky suspicion that,
My
because
mother.
I've been extremely careful for the last at least 40, 45 years.
My mother was named Octavia. She was from a village. They call it Mesopotamia.
Apparently, it's at
I
least.
remember that place, but
If you're having trouble, apparently
Um,
Mesopotamia is at least 2,000 years old.
right. I thank you. Yeah. So, I'll take your word for it.
You don't remember her at all, do you?
Look.
It's fine.
You're
It's fine.
your good old pop here, Livia. Can I call myself your pop? Your good old pop here, Livia. Has been around a little bit. I considered myself a poet back in the day.
I have some of your poetry.
Oh dear.
I like it. Mother used to read it to me.
Oh wow, this just got really uncomfortable. So I'm your dad, and if you ever need anything, I guess let me know.
Yeah.
But wait. Mesopotamia. You don't happen to. You all know her from
FARAWAY. FARAWAY.
FARAWAY. Great, not Boone. Great. No, that's all I was wondering. Great, perfect, awesome. No, you're great. No, you're fine.
Who's Boone?
What is
The Boone.
what is the boon?
And then as you ask that, Eternal Warrior kind of like rolls his eyes and throws his hands up, puts the axe on his back, and starts to walk towards the bar. And he starts looking like, is there any more alcohol not burned or...
No,
the boon.
I'm not like you. I'm not a demigod or a god or.
I'm not a
whatever
god either. A lot of people died to make myself and your two uncles the way they are.
I glare at Gilad for giving me shit for killing people when he hears this.
Hey, out of fairness, the one that killed everybody isn't here right now, so that's not on me. That's not on me, and it's not on him. In total fairness, we tried to stop. Okay, I tried to stop it. All right. Ivar gets an idea in his head, and the fact that he's the oldest thinks that he's always right. He's
How much family do you have,
He's
Livia?
the smart one in the
How
family.
would I
Decides
know?
that he's gonna let off this explosion that brings back our little brother here from the dead,
What?
and it did.
An explosion?
So you now have your uncle, the Eternal Warrior, who apparently can die but comes back every time, and he won't tell us how or why. But whatever that's about. But look, I have an entire world of people. Their energy's inside me. And I live with that every day. And it would kill me to know that I passed that on to somebody else. But it sounds like I didn't, so we're all good here. We're great.
Yeah,
I guess you won't live forever, and that kind of sucks, but...
I mean, who wants to, though?
I've just been here.
Pluses.
Aram.
Apparently you tried. Or will try.
Not forever, only for 2,000 years. That's a small blip in the passage of time.
Can we not talk about aging or dying? It makes me very uncomfortable.
I'm kind of with her on that one.
I haven't
Everybody's
aged
gonna
a
die.
day
Hey,
in tens of thousands of years.
Ankh. I'm gonna wave over.
Unks.
Is there any way we can come in contact to Neela?
Where is Neela? Where did she go?
As you say that, you actually hear outside, "Troll army of brats! Here is your NPC!" An Eternal Knight kind of looks over at you. Mind giving us a front row seat?
Sure.
Take us outside.
She opens a portal for them to go through outside.
So you all kind of...
And for the first time, Nebraska does not flinch at this portal.
Growth.
We're going.
I'm not terrified of everything.
And you're able to walk through the portal, and you kind of are in front of the mountain down below. You see the troll army kind of collecting themselves towards the big giant bunker doors that had been slammed down by the Spinosaurus earlier. As Neela stands in the opening, holding up a small man by his collar, who has an eye patch on one eye and is wearing an old military uniform.
Is that what I think it is?
This small, feeble man lied to you. He's not a game master or some server-controlled NPC. And he kind of gets ready to act like he's going to talk, and then she immediately starts talking over him again. This is not a fucking video game. A group of terrorists from the future known as the Null have played you. This twat wanted a group of terrorists from the future known as the Null with them to play you. He wanted to regain control of the FARAWAY and agreed to do it by any means necessary. They sent him an army of unknown children who signed up for alpha trials of a new neural net game in the year 2180. You all. They drugged you. Sent you through in time arc, knowing that when you came to, he would be able to control your narrative. He starts acting like he's going to say something again, and she kind of, once again, starts talking over him. You are all pawns. This is no game. There's no reward at the end. You are all... Those of you still standing, stuck here forever. You are also all little shits that have stolen, murdered, and vandalized innocent people. You may have been lied to, but your actions define you. And she drops the small, kind of feeble man whose face is bruised and kind of swollen to the ground and starts walking over towards the group of you. Oh, hello!
Livy pushes out in front of everybody. You said there was one arc!
Oh, yes, I may have lied about that.
You
Hello, your father!
You played us!
What
You used us to get to Redacted!
I may have needed a distraction, yes.
A distraction!
Oh boy.
Whether you like it or not, this is how it had to happen. As it is written.
Nothing is written.
So does this mean that we're stuck here now? All of us? You said we would go home.
Oh no, they can't go home.
Why can't they go home?
There's an arc opening in about 6 hours, and we can get to it and take you home.
Why can't we send them home?
It's instantaneous, it's so fast that it will definitely only fit a small group of us.
Well, maybe Livy can... you've
And
never
it
been to the
sets you
future.
off in another very specific time, in a very specific place, a place that they cannot be. But you
Our
have
time.
to be.
We're going back home, right?
Who's going to look after them?
As you say that, you see in the distance, as the small man is kind of sitting there, a rock fly out of the crowd and hit him. And he kind of reaches up as if he's going to say something, and another rock hits him. And then a bunch of other rocks kind of start hitting the small man as Eternal Night kind of busts away from the rest of you and works his way through the crowd and stands in front of... Stop! Stop! Don't let this small man's trivial pursuit to overcompensate for his small stature and probably small penis define who you all are as men. He may have lied to you. He may have stranded you here, but he is broken and he is beaten. He can do you no harm. You all are not at fault here, no matter what the stuck-up scientist says. You are brave warriors. You may not have had your place in your homeland, but you have a place here with me. Stand by me, Trollisha. Stand by me as we rebuild this land and make up for our past sins on its inhabitants. Be my eternal army. And they all start kind of rallying.
Nebraska cheers with them, just can't help it. Yeah!
Look, all is well. No harm done.
Look at that.
No thanks
I
to
suppose.
I mean, there roughly 35 to maybe 40 of them have passed on the raid, but
Oh my gosh.
saving, I promise you, hundreds of thousands.
Livy is going to...
If not entire civilizations, by keeping the Null from getting their hands on you and the Faraway.
Just because she's being given the opportunity, and this is something that she has wanted to do for a long fucking time. Livy opens a portal behind herself, steps back through it, and out, right next to where Redacted is, on the ground. And then she fucking kicks him and says, "That's for Canty. Fuck her." And then returns to her group.
And Troll Knight kind of like sees it happen, smiles a little bit. That was the last hit, I promise. He's a broken man with a small penis, let him be. He has to live with himself and his small penis forever. In the faraway.
I really need a drink right now.
Erida wants to join you in that drink.
Group drink.
So, Livia, if you don't mind, it just so happens that the portal to get you out of here is back at the Vine Village, who I believe you made a promise to. So,
Oh yeah.
if you could do us the favor of maybe taking us back, that would be great.
Do we remember where we left those dinosaurs that we promised we would return?
The Roanoke.
Left them with the Roanoke's.
Oh, okay.
How much time do we have?
You have 6 hours.
Can we stop by your house as well? There's just, you don't understand what you have in there. And
It's just a bunch of pottery.
no, it's not. You really don't.
I think I have some old coins from
Oh my god.
like my mother. I mean, they're useless. Like, what's the point?
Yeah,
Just-
so if we could just stop by there, I'd love to just organize, take some things back. It really should be in a museum. We can't just leave it here.
Right, so
Wait,
what's
do we
the
even
order?
know where we're going to be going? Like, why would we stop to get this stuff?
Livy is going to open a portal.
What?
What?
You might want to grab Sarah. She is
Yes.
quite important to your journey.
Yes. Where isn't she
I thought
still
you
with
had
us?
Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to reactivate her. She hasn't been reactivated yet.
I believe you left her up there.
Okay, Livy's gonna just back and go get her.
Okay. So
She's getting good at that.
You now have Sarah, and so what is the order here? Your house, the
Then the
Roanoke,
dinosaurs, and then back to the
and then
loam.
the
We
vine.
have to be very quick, Erida. It's just
Do
a
we
bunch
really
of junk.
Yeah, this really seems unnecessary
Why
at this
don't-
point.
Why don't you help them get the dinosaurs?
We're not going to divide up at this point.
I may not be totally
This could be
certain
like
of
a
your
total
aspect
side.
of time, but isn't 6 hours plenty of time to be teleporting to only 3 locations?
yes,
Isn't that a lot of time?
I believe we'll have.
I think we're going to be fine, right?
So they don't
Yeah.
have to come with us.
So we can just go and do all these things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we're fine.
we're fine.
So
Quickly.
you open a portal and first make yourselves to Livia's apartment, where your cave.
It's not organized very well, but it's not my home.
You're currently carrying Sarah under your arm, and you've kind of folded up her legs as you carry her with you. And you walk around your apartment grabbing a couple trinkets that you have, and Armstrong kind of walks around freely, looking around almost in awe. And he looks kind of to you, and he's, I'm sorry. You were here a long time. And I was here not long ago.
If it's any consolation, I apparently wasn't here when you were.
Well, I feel less bad about it then. But I am sorry. I honestly don't know what it must be like to be in your situation.
I've been alone
But I
a
do know
really-
what forever is like, and I know how much it hurts.
Been alone a really long time.
Do you mind if I take some of these? And he kind of points over to some of the drawings you made of your mother and you and him.
Sure.
And he takes them and he opens up his kind of satchel and places them. And as he opens it, you kind of see this kind of light emitting out of it. As he opens it, places it, and he's like, don't ask.
Sure.
Closes it. You grab the...
I get the Hemingway journal.
Yeah.
First and foremost, and then I ask, do you mind if I look around and find
It's all useless to me.
What do I find?
What can you possibly
that I can
carry?
take back with me.
You find some original Edgar Allan Poe
Oh my God.
journals.
Go on.
A lot of ancient pottery.
anything small that I can take with me that I recognize from being with my. So you guys don't know this about me. If anyone cares, I'm just gonna talk to myself. I actually am a failed archaeologist.
Well, you do see one of the
And-
Venus figurines.
Ooh, I take one of those. And that's why I ended up going to library school, because I was not adventurous enough.
You seem adventurous enough to me. I don't know what an archaeologist is
So-
or does, but
And I'm just kind of mumbling to myself because all my passion is
So
coming
as you all are
back.
kind of standing there awkwardly waiting, Erda just kind of paces from room to room, kind of going through all of Livia's junk, only looking for things that she considers items of value.
Which is very Western.
Livy's
mindset.
going to take this opportunity to change out of the orange jumpsuit and into some of her normal clothes, which just happen to be made of dinosaur hides.
Dinosaur hides, leather, kind of very similar to the attire that the Roanoke tribe were wearing.
After-
Which, oh,
There
yep.
you go. I was just gonna say, after she changes, this whole time I've been just kind of like
Yeah.
petting Petunia, like awkwardly, like
Awkward
trying to like
distance.
distract like myself from like everything that just happened, and like after she changes, I'm gonna kind of like be near where she is when she comes out, and just be like, yeah, you didn't like feel anything, like, right, like, and then I'm just
No, Eves, no, don't wander off. I mean, I felt something, but I don't think.
I didn't like it. Yeah, it wasn't a thing. It's cool.
I didn't mind it.
Okay. And I'm gonna wander back.
And after that awkward exchange, you all teleport yourselves to the Roanoke tribe, where you are able to secure
Lomi!
Um,
Very excitedly run up to my
And
dinosaur.
I don't show my
Like-
happiness is obviously. I just whistle to him and hope he listens and comes.
and the two of you decide to take this opportunity to ride back to the Vine tribe, given the amount of time that you have, while the rest of you go ahead
Or for anyone who wants it.
and head back to the Vine tribe, letting the Roanoke leaders know that the Faraway has been cleansed of the problem, and that you can expect a protector, an eternal knight, and his eternal army.
Thank you, Magic Dr. Becknor.
Oh, I'm gonna say bye to Amelia too. I'm gonna say, yo, thank you for possibly one of the coolest moments of my entire life, because I got to backwards skydive off of a plane being driven by Amelia Earhart.
Who are you?
You know what, girl? You just have a good night.
I
already is.
just nervously look at her and say, bye. I was not a fan of the plane.
And at some point during all of this, Livy is going to go to the priest of Shanhara, who she has known for
So
so
you're now
long.
okay. Now you're back at the Vine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, we had,
Oh, sorry. Do
I wasn't ready. I was gonna take a selfie with Amelia Earhart.
Sorry.
You have a phone?
No, but I've got surveilling technology.
I'll put a button on it.
Just
I'll put a
sonar.
button on it until we're ready.
okay. So you take a.
Can I take a selfie with Amelia
Are you
Earhart?
taking a sonar selfie?
Yes! I'm gonna
So you're
cherish
taking
it
a selfie
forever.
with Amelia
And
Earhart.
She's drunk, so she's probably gonna look awful, but I'm just
So
gonna be
she's
like,
kind of like laid back and wearing her pilot hat with her little goggles on her face.
Yes!
Kind of back and like with meat in hand,
yes, that's perfect!
and you just kind of hop in there and
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
yeah, no one's gonna believe that's Amelia Earhart.
Okay, I know it is.
And
You're gonna get it blown up in frame.
as you're at the Roanoke tribe, Armstrong kind of stays out of the way, off to the distance,
We ain't banged somebody here.
trying not to get up, and you kind of hear him mumbling himself like, "Was Mary Maria on birth control? I was being careful, right?"
We're not even gonna talk about that one.
And
It's a father-daughter conversation that does not need to happen, I think.
so the two of you ride off into the faraway woods, heading towards the general. You kind of got the general direction from Livia of your own little bonding on dinosaurs, riding through the jungle, back towards the vine. No, it never sets. As the rest of you go ahead and teleport to the Vine Colony, where they have started kind of recollecting and rebuilding the houses that were destroyed. You have no idea how long ago because of the way time works in the Faraway. But they are excited to see you. Livia, as the priest comes running out, you've returned.
Yes. You won't be bothered by the Trollisha any longer.
Thank you.
Eternal Night has taken a number of them into his own force, and he will be protecting you from now on because...
The idiot.
You know, actually, he's kind of a lot smarter and stronger than we give him credit, and he's actually pretty good with the kids. I think he'll do a good job for you when I'm gone.
You're leaving us again, Livia.
I think so. I think I need to.
I thank you. And he kind of looks to you and the two of you. I thank all of you. Your service and bravery does not go unnoticed. As he says this, a bunch of the small vine children are running out of their huts carrying bread and things.
Is Galad here for this?
Yes.
Sorry, continue.
As they all come running out with bread and kind of handing it to you, and small trinkets and things that they've kind of pulled, things that they consider of value, as they kind of bow their heads and hand them to you to take.
I hug
with
all
you.
the kids.
I'm gonna feed Petunia some of the bread.
I'm gonna trade with one of the kids.
We're not there yet.
You're not there yet.
I'm not there yet?
You're riding the dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
Hell no.
I'm gonna
God
hug the.
damn it. We're gonna have like a little swap.
I'm just gonna hug the children.
Kids give you a gift and you're like, oh,
Neela,
this is
like
cool.
a little BB gun or
but-
something? Like, kids
Neela,
love that
kind
shit.
of as you're hugging the kids and stuff, kind of leans over and whispers in your ear, "This is what being a hero feels like. Don't ever let the team forget that.
You get a little teary-eyed.
It's up to you to remind them."
Oh, that's a big job.
Livia, I hate to interrupt the celebrations, but
Is this Neela?
no, this is the priest, the high
Okay.
priest. I hate to interrupt your celebration of your victory, but our seer, Soulless Dream, would like to have a word with you. He kind of
Okay.
ushers you a certain direction away from the rest of the group, and you follow him towards one of the huts. That as you get up to it, there's kind of smoke billowing out the top and a red sheet on the front. As you open it up, just a wall of smoke hits you. Whoa, what the fuck is that? And you make your way inside as he's sitting, kind of praying over a fire. Ah, Livia. Thank you.
Hello. I was told you wanted to speak to me.
Yes. I have a vision of the future for you. If you leave the Faraway, great pain awaits you. A pain that you've never felt before, that you could only imagine. Not a pain of your body, but a pain of your soul. For all of your friends. I tell you this to beg you. Don't go.
Are you... Am I going to cause something? Do you know? Like...
The visions don't always speak to me in words or in clear I only know pain awaits you. And as our savior, I owe it to you to inform you of this future and beg of you to stay.
Pain awaits me,
All of
but
you.
not.
All of you.
Thank you very much for telling me this.
I wish I could tell you more,
I appreciate it.
and I am forever in your debt.
It's okay. Thank you.
He kind of bows as he ushers his hand, and you exit the tent as the priest is standing there. What did our seer have for you?
Well wishes.
Ah, yes, of course. Well wishes for you all. Well wishes for all of you for saving the Faraway. No matter what Eternal Night says.
And she hugs the priest.
As he says that, the two of you kind of ride up on your dilos, ready to return them to their rightful owners.
Holy priest, I have returned. I assume they told you the Trollisha will not be a problem anymore. Your Lomi here is I'm sure you have another name for him. I've named him Lomi.
What did you do to our Dilo?
I made him better. So,
You...
yeah. He's great, right? So pretty now.
The animal's not in pain.
No, he loves it. He loves it. Yeah. He's like, all the entire way here, he was like shooting down birds with his little laser eye and eating them, and he's so cute, and he likes it, trust me. He's awesome.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. Thank you for...
Yeah, I'm not turning them
fulfilling-
off. No, they're staying, so he needs them now.
Okay, I won't argue with you. Thank you, saviors.
And don't try to remove them.
Oh,
'cause
no,
you'll
it's
kill
fine.
him.
I don't...
Yeah, they're like in his brain.
All right.
Thank
Thank you for returning
Yeah.
our... Thank you
I
for
don't
living
really-
up to
I
your
didn't
promise and
want to.
returning them safely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As he's saying that, he just keeps kind of ushering the dinosaurs away towards the stables.
I get close to the priest and ask him, before we go, may I ask you something about Shanhara?
Of course.
My whole life, I was told that to have faith, to believe in Shanhara, that Shanhara will save us and come one day, and that was what we needed to look forward to and to have faith in was to believe in Shanhara, and he did. Shanhara came, and Shanhara saved us from Loam and brought us to Dacia or Romania or whatever the fuck it was called, and then Shanhara brought us to Nebraska, and I just have to know now, what's next? What does somebody who believes in Shanhara but has been betrayed and saved by him at the same time, what does somebody like me do when there's not priests like you to give me holy missions?
You have to have faith.
I have to have faith, but Shanhara's already saved me. Now,
I can't tell you what Shanhara wants or doesn't want. That's a question between you and Shanhara. I can help guide you, but I can't give you answers. Not the answers you seek. Those are answers that only you can find in yourself.
so it's up to me.
It's up to you.
Find out.
Find your mission for Shanhara.
I will. Thank you.
Serve Shanhara well.
You've shown me more than you could possibly know, and I've learned so much from meeting you. I will forever be indebted to you, and I'll never forget you.
And I am forever in your debt too, Visigoth. Alara of Nebraska.
It's been my honor.
Well then, everybody, and we've all had a great time. Your ship is about to leave.
Ship?
Daughter, I'm proud of you. He kind of looks over at Gilad and is like, is that what I'm supposed to say? And Gilad's like, apparently I'm a terrible father. I have no idea. I have my own issues. It's nice to meet you, niece. Neela, Can we get this over with? Right, of course. That's your father, your daughter, blah, 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 blah. Time doesn't wait.
Oh, okay. Is there any way I can contact you?
I'm pretty easy to find.
I've been looking for you for tens of thousands of years.
Touché. I don't really carry a phone. I'm really bad at this. I've never had anyone need me before. You know, find Obadiah Archer and you'll find me.
Obadiah Archer.
Okay.
He's a little easier to find. In a phone book, I think, or something. The internet. I don't know.
Obadiah Archer.
Dating that Faith girl or whatever her name is. You find them, you'll find me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Great. Well, all right. Daughter, father thing. All right, great. Neela, come on. What are we doing here?
Livy hugged him.
Oh.
Aww.
It was very nice to meet you, Father.
You too, one of my children.
Oh.
That I'm now aware of.
Are you aware of others?
Nope. They exist, though. I'm sure of it.
Huh.
Maybe we'll get together someday.
This can't possibly get any more awkward.
This is so awkward.
It was very nice to meet you as well, Uncle Gilad.
If you ever need me, family is sacred. Even when they're lumbering oaf idiots that drunkenly pull themselves into every bastardly situation they could possibly think of.
You know, actually, you and me sound a little alike.
Nebraska looks around for a second and thinks Gilad is maybe talking about him.
And as you're saying all that, Neela starts like, okay, like, we have 20 seconds.
What?
20 seconds. Get ready.
Wait, for them or
And
for all
now,
of us?
go.
Wait,
You
go.
jump. Go.
Jump,
And she
jump,
starts
jump.
ushering you all through the time mark that appears right in front of you as you look behind you. And kind of as you're getting pushed through, Armstrong and Gilad and Ank all are kind of like, hi. Well, actually, Armstrong and Ank are waving, but Gilad just stands there. As you all get kind of pushed through the time mark and whoop, land on the ground outside of the Faraway. You all kind of
the Faraway.
stand up. You recognize this as Earth
Okay.
and as ground.
All right.
You look around and immediately see a gas station that you recognize as English, so you know you're in America.
Okay.
Or England. Or Australia.
But I think that's a gas station you recognize.
Oh, God.
You recognize that gas station
Oh, God.
from roughly what you would know to be 3 weeks ago.
Are we in Idaho?
We don't have any American Express on me, do we?
Roll for intellect.
That 3 weeks was a long fucking time ago.
Well, I guess it was 3 weeks for me. They had basically it's been 4 days because of the dead
No,
side.
it's actually been longer than that. Huh?
Look.
Boom.
For you, it's been actually almost.
Yeah, for me it's been a month or two.
Yeah, it's been a couple months. For them, it's been 3 weeks.
That's
You recognize this as the gas station you stopped at on your way outside of Mountain Home, Idaho.
Oh my god. Well.
As you all start walking up towards the gas station, and kind of peer around inside, all of you in your orange jumpsuits, except for you in a PRS outfit, you in your dinosaur hide
I'm in tribal gear as well.
and tribal gear.
and
Apparently dinosaur.
Skirt.
I of course am rocking the skirt.
Rocking a skirt, and you wearing a white kind of full body, almost insane asylum looking thing, carrying a dog and a knapsack in
We're
front of you.
going to a costume party. That is our story.
Yes.
Story?
I hate that.
You walk into the gas station, and there's a man behind the counter that you recognize watching the television.
Oh my god.
Death Strike.
And you've caught like this frigidness in the air outside as you landed. And as you go inside on the television, he's watching the Winter Olympics as he stands there kind of eating a candy bar.
Winter. How long have we gone then?
What day?
Amex only.
What's Amex?
Livy's gonna go look at the date on the newspapers that they sell by the counter.
December 20th, 2014.
Wait, what?
And that's the end of the episode.
Oh man, Nebraska didn't learn anything he could react to.
Back in time.
We went
did.
back in
We
time.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is hilarious. 5 people are freaking out right now, and Nebraska's just like, have we been here before?
Oh my god.
Wow, okay.
That was a really intense episode.
Really intense. That was great. That was lots of fun.
Someday we'll learn how to work together.
Oh my god.
We're working on it. We're working on
It's
it.
better than before.
We gotta pay our dues.
It's a process.
That was our episode
Oh my
of
God.
Valiant Vanquished here on Hyper RPG. We are probably going to be doing a giveaway. We are also going
many
to be
plot
doing our voting on the who had the best moment of the night. I'm trying to decide who to give mine to because you all. I'm going to give mine to Cross.
Yes.
Trying so hard.
The only one who deserves it.
So hard to make you all work as a team despite your all's best effort to continue fighting against each other. I like that Cold Drake is like, Zach had to bend almost every law of physics and the game to get them to try to work as a team. Be so easy to kill you all, but this book, even the game is like, don't kill characters. It's a comic book universe. Find a way to work around it. I'm like, it'd be so much easier to kill them.
That'd teach him. I didn't even have a chance to like be like, hey guys, funny story I just heard. Do you really want me to come with you? Oh well, here I am.
Yep, funny how that works.
Well,
But hey, we
there's
got
a lot of unanswered questions from this episode.
Yep.
You guys were all in black suits apparently. I apparently was at
You were there.
the hospital in an orange jumpsuit. News to me. So there's a lot of weird things. You met your dad and your uncle.
And I was right. I said it was a plausible future, and I'm right. So that means that something might go down, and that when maybe no, because now I don't have to break you out of the facility. I don't know. Everything changed. Everything changed.
Everything
And I
has
called it.
changed.
Or did it?
Or did it?
Or maybe
We're
everything's
gonna
gonna
find
Or
be the
maybe
same.
everything has happened before and will happen again.
Who's to say?
Oh, this is the worst.
I don't like this.
The winner is Cross as well from the chat. Can somebody go grab me my laptop and I'll get those donations read?
100% deserved.
We went through a
I'm
lot.
so sorry.
We're just gonna have a
We
rough couple
stressed you
days.
out.
I don't think we've ended a show with this few plot points left on the board.
Yeah, we
Right?
needed
Just
them.
one left for you, and that's
I
it.
used
We
my last one to just
everything.
spray you guys in the face. That was
Yeah. I guess I did. I
just for
did
Livy.
I did use one just to fail to live up to Eternal Night. That was all it was.
Speaking of Eternal Night, it's gonna be a rough couple days. Glitch lost your only friend.
Well, you have other friends.
Yeah,
if
you
just
could try to make
accept
some
us
friends.
into your life.
We're nice.
Yeah.
You guys really use the word friend liberally, don't you?
We're
Yeah.
working on it. You
I
make
lost
it very
two
hard.
friends. I lost Firewall and Eternal Night. This is worse.
Eternal Knight's not the savior of the FARAWay.
Yep.
Friend, he's a
Savior
bro.
of the
Hey,
Far.
welcome Dreamin20. Thank you for that follow. Very much appreciate it.
Lost my bestie.
All right, so it looks like we're actually not gonna have an episode of Do Better tonight. I might stick around and play some games though because we have it on the schedule that we have at show at 10. So I will stick around. I'll play some games with you guys. We'll make that happen.
You guys
And
can
we
yell
have
at Zach to do better.
one NPC giveaway. So be active in the chat room, and we'll pick our NPC to be in next week's episode. That was technically the end of Volume 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we left the farm.
That was the FARAWAY.
That's in the
Yeah,
FARAWAY.
that was an arc.
Does that mean we can spin our event points?
Yes.
Power up!
We will start volume 3
I have a lot
of Vanquished.
Oh yeah, this is your first level up.
I have a lot of event points.
Girl, you did not escape that conversation. I'm just saying. You can walk away from me awkwardly all you want.
So be active in the chat for a chance to be on next week's show. I want to thank everyone who watched and supported the show. Let's get through these donations. William TW, $21. Nice to see you all here today. A little plotting across the board. Trogaf, $5. Never catches before. Interested to see what happens. BP Phantom, $10. A nice little split between Arida and Nebraska because Alarida. My dear Nebraska, true love.
People are now tipping the ship. That's what's happening.
Tipping the ship.
I'm surprised nobody reacted to the fact that he said, I can't hurt your past, but I can hurt your future, and then had him try to kill her.
Huh.
I caught it. I knew it.
I was ignoring that.
I was like, they're gonna be married.
I was like, I will not
He's
respond
gonna
to
kill
this.
Ignoring
I'm
that
over
on
like,
purpose
he's
is
gonna
how I
kill
have to
her
play
future
like
baby.
90% of this game.
I knew it.
Like, I'm just gonna ignore that.
They're gonna be a thing. They're gonna have little.
Nobody said a word. Befukwa, Bifukwa, $55, $45. Hey, Bronze, good luck. Let's not make this GG easy for Zach. Yeah, you saw that one. Eridance, $5. Yay for Vanquish, my favorite show
Oh, thank
of the week. Welcome back. Rosalind, you were missed. Hashtag Miss Eves.
Ricky, you're frightening me.
Whoa, that's scary.
you. You need to, Ricky, come here.
No.
I'm so glad somebody said who that was.
I guess Ricky and I are going to play Paragon together. That's what's going to happen tonight because he
Yeah.
came in costume to lose.
We just have to see this.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on,
This deserves to be on camera.
You have to come see this, Ricky.
That's what's coming up next is this idiot and I playing Paragon. There'll be a lot of bad mouthing and... Yep, that's great. Just block all the cameras. There's one for me too.
There's a mask for Zach. Oh, this is going to be the best episode of Do Better that Goobers has ever not been on.
Luchador do better.
Glad.
I'm trying to figure out which camera to